Oh, I don't have my camera on. Now the camera should be on. The camera's not turning. You know what? You know what? Do we need the camera? The video capture device is right there, and there's a green light on my camera, and the camera's not turning on. This turns on. Okay, I see. I see how that goes. What if I put this here, slap it in the corner, like that, like that? That camera has, and it's making me look short. I don't appreciate this camera making me look short. This camera will make me look like a giant. There we go. Now you guys can appreciate my height. Hello there. You know, I'm actually 6'2". Remember you, Lonely Base Kid? I remember you. You know, today I'm feeling like an alpha male, you know? I've grown a couple inches since yesterday, as you can see. We don't sleep at night. You do sleep. You do sleep. Get the tall cloud. Yeah, wait, I can even stretch it out. Look at that. Now I'm actually like 6'5". This is like the ideal height. Because you can still fit through a doorway at this height, but it's not like, you know, but it's still like you're taller than like 99% of other guys. So then you can be like, that's right, I'm mogging you, and you go like, and then every other guy in a 30-foot vicinity just immediately blows up, and then you're like, owned. Should have thought of that one. And this stream, I think I'm just gonna be lazy and do a bunch of like massive maps that are stupid that I don't have to think. Finally pandering to the Asian audience is what I'm saying. But the problem is you guys aren't it's a lot less streams for the Asian people because there's less of you guys out there. Okay, I've had enough of this. This is too tall. Shit. Wait, how do I get this back in a normal form? Go like that. Go like that. Like this. No, that's too big. That's far too big. Go back there like that. Nice. Should I hop on? You can hop on. I mean, you know. But if it's too late for you, then it's also too late. Posture check. Bro, my roommate isn't here right now, so I can give a room tour. I'm on my bedding. The chair is just wooden. How do I show this? This chair, it's just wooden. And I have my bedding on the chair so I get a height boost. Because otherwise, my arms are like at the desk height. And then then they're not at a good angle, and then they're just resting on the air, and it's not good. Like, when my roommate plays, he plays like this with his, like, fingers and then his, like, elbows resting off the desk. I'm like, that isn't good. That isn't good. You're dying over there. Being tall is fun until it becomes, like, 90% of stuff, planes, buses, backseat of cars. I guess that is true. When you have to fit in a small space, being small is better. But, you know, you also aura farm for free. Like, I have to try to aura farm. Like, I have to put on, like, cool clothes and shit. People with, like, you know, tallness, they can just, like, you know, they just exist. They can wear anything. They don't even, then they could wear nothing as well, and they're already aura farming. Like, a buff tall person looks extremely cool, and then a slender tall person just looks like SCP-096. And it's amazing. Bongo Cat roommate, no, he just doesn't, like, go through the effort of putting up, you know, his, you know, bedding on his chair, because it's a lot of work. Or just mog the small space. I guess that should be like, a short person, get out the fucking way. You know, this is called tall privilege. You move on over there, man. You don't belong around here. This guy doesn't have explosions, VFX only? Bro, that's the lamest mod ever. No, that's the greatest mod ever. No, he doesn't have it. That's true. What year am I? I'm a freshman in university. Wide cloud? I'm not doing wide cloud. Man, I wanted to get the Subway Surfers going here, but this man, he's fooling me. Oh, but now and everybody in the lobby actually has good ping. You're still awake as a European? Man, maybe you should go back to sleep. What is even classed as tall in America? I would say, like, you're just 6'2", 6'1" and above is tall, you know? But if you're 6'5", you're mogging, like, the majority of tall people as well. And then you're just then you seem like you could be, like, a basketball player. And at that point, you've already won. Hello, Halatorian Empire. But I am not classed as tall. I am actually below average. I am below average. I'm a quarter of an inch below average. So I mean, like, I'm honestly considering the worst options right now, like getting surgery or just moving to Asia. Like, moving to Asia is like the easiest choice, of course, but I mean that would mean that I would have to move to Asia, and they would be like, "Well, here's your meal of rice for the 40th time in a row," and I'd be like, "Rice? I had that for the past 2 weeks. What do you mean there's rice again?" They're gonna be like, "I'm sorry, man. This is the only like crop that can feed an entire 2 billion people across like 1 centimeter of land. I mean, like, damn it. Population density strikes again. You guys all have to eat plants because you don't have a crazy amount of land you can just like give to farm animals like we do in the US. That sucks. 6'7", 6'7" is so peak. I shouldn't have. My brain getting a little bit fried here, but that's okay. Joke's on you, I'm not sleeping. Bro, joke's on me. Brother, you're not sleeping right now. And it's like 4 a.m. Like, I don't know if you're the one losing that or I'm the one losing that. Like, you can come into this stream and say, like, oh, I'm actually European. I'm still awake during this time. But at the end of the day, man, who's really winning? I'm going to get a solid 8 to 9 hours of sleep. And you're over here, you're going to get 0 hours of sleep. And, like, who's going to go to their classes tomorrow? Shut up. Don't say you have, like, a job or something or, like, are out of school or something, you're on vacation. That is an irrelevant fact. You're going to wake up tomorrow, and when you go to, like, class or something, you're not going to process anything. And then you're going to have to do a billion more hours of studying when you wake up tomorrow. So, you know, this is just me doing my thing to, like, degrade the European economy. I'm actively making Europeans stupider right now by streaming. It's all a ploy by the American government to control more of the world's power and smart people. If you decrease the amount of smart people your opponent has, that means you have more smart people by percentage. Why specifically while the Europeans sleep? Because I always stream for the Europeans, okay? They're like the majority of my audience, so I tend to, you know, prioritize them. And I was like, maybe the other people in my audience want to be able to, like, watch in a time that's decently convenient for them. And I was like, you know what? If I am bored right now, I could be doing, like, math homework or something, but that's, like, math homework sucks. I don't want to do math homework right now. So I'm here instead. What am I doing? I'm streaming. What's your opinion on the Nordic countries? I think they're pretty cool. I think the Nordic countries are kind of great. Don't live there though, so I can't be. I can't sadly be like the Nordic guy that's like, oh, in fact, here in Sweden we have a bunch of cool things like taxes on the rich and childcare and stuff like that. And then I'm just like, okay, man, yeah, thank you for making me feel shitty about myself. It's nice to know that your country has already solved every single problem that's ever existed, and my country hasn't. You know, that's really cool. Like, I really needed to hear that. It made my day better, you know? I'm much happier than when I woke up this morning. How's my day been? Wrong, it's just 4 a.m. Oh no. My day's been pretty good. Has it? No, it hasn't. I went into the I recorded a video this morning, and that video's already been uploaded. And I had an interview this morning. I think it went well. I have no idea. I mean, he said they told me they were going to contact me on Monday. Whatever that means. I guess they're going to be like, do we really want this stupid American? Do we working for us? And they're probably going to be like, nah, get him out of here. So I'm probably going to get like, because like, if somebody does 2 interviews with you, and they're going to be like, we'll follow you up with a decision on Monday. That's probably pretty cooked. But that is what it is. It doesn't matter. They're always amazing but expensive, and everyone just makes you look inferior. Are you just saying that all the Norwegians are hot, so that when you go there and you're troglodyte ass, you're like, fuck, why is everybody so tall and blonde and like blue-eyed and like sculpted like a Greek god? What do you mean this is like harshness of their environment or something? This shit's unfair. It's clearly because we're, they're genetically predisposed, and not because I'm not trying hard enough. No. Have you ever heard of the band Primus? I have not heard of the band Primus. What does the band Primus do? What does troglodyte mean? It means something negative. It's something you call somebody when they're a clown. Do I know the exact definition? No, but I know in which situations it's used, and that's enough. That's what we call learning languages by immersion. Don't actually know what it means, but I know what it's supposed to imply when you say somebody else is a troglodyte. It means that they're stupid. They're maybe like a gremlin. Like when I always say troglodyte, I think of like Ivy from Deadlock. You know, kind of like that, a little bit. They make the Nordics look good because they stole all the good-looking women from the English. Bro, that's an interesting theory. I don't know if I believe that. I'm more inclined to believe the scientifically backed theory that because of their conditions, they grew up to be extremely pale and blonde hair so that they could absorb more sunlight. But you know what? That is a more interesting theory. I'll give you that. In terms of entertaining theories, like what the scientists say are often like kind of L. You know, scientists are like Zeus doesn't exist because, you know, we can kind of prove that all the stuff and like all of the Greek mythology didn't happen. And then but that's some lame science. Oh wow, they're having fun, guys. Everybody looks at people who build return to centers and go like, this guy, they're enjoying their existence. I love metagaming and making it so that nobody can have fun because I built return to center portals in between my cannons, and that's how that works. Based? Thank you, thank you. Are you calling the Norwegian take based about the them stealing all the English women? I mean, that's a good. I mean, it's an interesting idea. I don't know if I believe in it though. Is there a door there? They return to center and a door. That's fascinating. Well, folks, I pulled off a counter nuke in War Thunder. Man, can you keep this chat to stuff that I can actually understand? Because I have no idea what a counter nuke is. Okay? Oh my god. Why did you build it over here at least? So then now we can't build more energy production. Great. You know what the greatest thing? The instant he turns on all of those portals, we're instantly going to run out of all of our energy ever. And then we're going to be looking at this guy and we're going to be like, wow, intelligent move here. You're going to turn on all the portals. We can't build more turbines to support the portals. We run out of energy. And then I execute you. That's generally how this shit goes. And I think that's going the same way this time. No way, accelerator time? Bro, it's not. It's not a good time for an accelerator, but he is. Oh, so I have an audio compressor on. Do you guys have an opinion on this? Because a lot of people last stream were complaining about the audio being way too loud. So I turned on like a very, very small compressor. And I wonder, do you notice it? Is it better, worse? Do I need to remove it? Is it nothing? Is it neutral position? The enemy got a nuke, which ends the game instantly. So I got a nuke and the guy... So I got a nuke and beat the guy to drop to the point to win. Oh, that's nice. I'm not paying attention at all. I should be really paying attention to the game. If I was paying attention to the game, I would have been able to just drop a magnum on the ground here. I should drop a magnum on the ground right now. So that we can just continue living for like the next 30 seconds while we repair our can stack. They're playing Moonshine as well. Oh, that was a very, very nice setup there. You know it's well built if it immediately collapses. But that's how it always goes. It sounds Xbox. That... Come on, man. I know that's supposed to... So you were telling me it sounds bad? I almost got a nuke yesterday. Does everybody here just play War Thunder? Like, I don't understand the Forts War Thunder cross pipeline. Because none of the other, like, pro Forts gamers play War Thunder. It's just the people that watch Forts. It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't understand, like, the appeal. What? This better have 4 longs here. Okay, it does have 4 longs here. There's no... oh, Mike, what is this? Why did you build metal storages back here? Oh, I can get the 4 longs there as well. This is... Man... It's giving me a headache. It's stressing me out. Oh my god. My teammates, they know how to... Yeah, look at. They're agitating me, and you know that's what teammates are for. If my teammates were actually playing the game intelligently... Well, that's it. I did turn on the stream with the idea that I wouldn't be playing the game very hard. And, yeah, I mean, like, I think I'm gonna stick to that. I don't think I'm gonna... Yeah. Yeah. Do I want to fix all the structures? Not really. But no, this accelerator is gonna work out, guys. You just gotta believe. Gonna win us the game. It does tend to happen. War Thunder is great. And we got a lot of opinions here. I mean, I think War Thunder is a cool game, and with it, you know, again, no microtransactions, it would be like an amazing game. But the fact that it's all like microtransactions and bullshit makes me think that, not exactly too interested in playing the game. Nah, we missed. Great. I love War Thunder. I have 3K hours and $800 spent. But was it worth $800? Do you think you could have spent the $800 better, more on other games, or do you think that was like a worth $800? Because if the game has microtransactions and you think the microtransactions are worth it, then I say go for it. But I feel like most of the time the microtransactions just aren't that worth it. You know what I mean? And that this dude thinks we need sleep. I do think you guys need sleep. If you guys aren't sleeping right now, you're gonna sleep like tomorrow or something. Nice job, teammate. You successfully shot the accelerator into the ground. Very, very nice. That was a very, you know, sad thing. It's also really nice that he built a 20mm accelerator. So now, when he fires at the enemy base, they're all just gonna have energy shield doors, and then nobody can have one. Man, this Manning drop's really, like, ruining everybody's time, huh? Particle accelerator. Yes, we do have a particle accelerator, and it's silly. We shouldn't have a particle accelerator at all. Daniel, go to sleep. It's not worth it. It is not. I'm assuming you now know Rammstein. Rammstein. I pronounced it correctly. Yes, I do know about Rammstein. Of course, man. Like, actually, there was a girl once in my high school that was just walking around like a Rammstein logo in her backpack, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen that here. Well, that's interesting. Good for her, you know? She's living her best life. Just listening to some German rock, which I can guarantee you she didn't understand, because she didn't look like a German. And, like, you know, I don't think a German that moved here would be too interested in Rammstein, respectfully. But Europe was hoping that they need sleep, they will never recover from this. No, they will never, you know? And they're going to go to sleep in a couple hours, and then their day is going to be ruined. And it's going to be for nothing. Why are you firing it if there's a magnet beam dropped in front of our base? I mean, granted, there's always a magnet beam being dropped in front of our base, because if I don't drop this, we're immediately going to get obliterated by their 18 cannons, and the fact that we can't shoot back because they have a bunch of return descenders. But that just is what it is. I actually start building more weapons. I loved your Crastorio video. Thank you. I put a lot of time into that, and it was so funny when I opened up the Crastorio thing, and then like all the comments were like, "Oh, where's the double howitzer? Go back to playing Forts boy." And then all of the comments were like, "Hey man, we didn't ask for this." And I was like, "No, I put so much time into this. This was like 70 hours." And then it's like, "Nah, doesn't matter. You're supposed to be the Forts YouTuber idiots." And I was like, "Fuck." Yeah, I get it. That's how that works. That's why you have to play Moonshine every single battleship's map and into the futures, because people now have learned what these are. And it makes me sad, man. I remember when you could used to enjoy battleships with commanders that were in Moonshine. Those days are long gone, forgotten to the past. Now we just have this types of battleships, which is lame. Anyways. It was a shame. Me getting ready for work. You're getting ready for work? What, at like 4 a.m., man? Come on. Wait, what do you do? Imagine you're like some sort of maintenance guy. I don't imagine that there's any work that requires you to wake up at 4 a.m. unless you're like on the night shift of like nuclear reactor maintenance. Like, that's what I imagine it to be. But that's just me. Man, you're just building a massive box like you're supposed to in this mod. Meanwhile, my teammates... What? We're not even using the... this guy changed it to cannons. Very, very nice. Nice. My teammates are doing all of the intelligence things. I don't think I'm gonna be playing. I think I'm gonna do other big maps that are not Battleship for the rest of this read. Me still at school? You're at school right now? That's interesting. What? What time are you at school? I mean, I guess if you're like in Malaysia or something. Malaysia, that's just... I imagine you're not in Malaysia, but like China. That would make a lot more sense. The Philippines. I don't actually know which like Asian country has most of my viewers, but maybe you're Australian. Actually, Australian would make the most sense. Australian, New Zealand, or all of those countries. I feel like that would make a lot of sense, but that's just me. I don't know for sure. Just because they speak English, I suppose. Share a common culture, can probably relate to what I yap about in my videos. I bet not a lot of people can relate to what I yap about in my video. No. L. Actually, that's like a fair point. We don't even have like a wall here. It's all just like nothing. There we go. The wall has been constructed. I'm Australia. Called it. I mean, the fact that I mentioned like every single Asian country doesn't mean that I didn't call it. It means that, you know, I'm just knowledgeable about the world. It's not just choosing all the answers on a multiple choice test and then be like, well, you know, I guessed all of the answers, so technically I got it right. That's how that works. That's how my... It's only cool when I do it. Bro, I wish you could do that. No, there was actually one time in elementary school when I was like talking to my friend. There was a quiz on like, I don't know, something. Quiz on something. Like it was elementary school, okay? We were taught like about English, math, and all the shit back then. And like I was considering all the options. I had no idea what it was, and I was like, it could be A, B, C, or D. And then I don't know, it turned out to be like C, and I thought C was the least likely option. I was like, I chose C as my fourth option. And everybody just like I don't think people were smart enough to like deduce that like, oh, that just means you that the correct answer was your last option. Are you fucking stupid or something? No, I called back all the nukes there. Absolutely lovely. Wow, do you know the capital of Estonia? I do not. I know the capital of Latvia though. It's Riga. I've been to Riga. My step-grandparents are from Riga, so they I was there visiting, and it was Riga was pretty cool. You know, it was a very old thing, and there was, you could also see all like the Soviet influence, and I was like, wow. I love the Baltics, not the Balkans, because that's the Baltic. Why am I always the one on Magna Beam duty? No. Uh-oh. GG. GG, GG. Gaming. I'm an AI? Well, good for you, man. How is it like being an AI? Are you happy as an AI? If you are happy as an AI, that's all that matters, okay? Oh, wow. Well, that was an interesting shot there. Oh, nice, nice. This shit game is too easy, man. It's too easy. They're making this shit way too easy for me. Like, bro, that was like the most obviously collapsible tower I've seen in my life, and they just built it right in front of my face. Estonia is the birth of the vampires? Is that canonical? Is it true that the vampires came from Estonia? I guess I always like assumed they would come from like Romania, because Romania has Transylvania and like Hotel Transylvania. Like I've always like connected the dots that like I think vampires are like from the Balkans. It also kind of makes sense from the Balkans, because let's be honest, guys, like the Balkans, there's some stuff going on there. And it would kind of, like, fit with the whole Balkan rhetoric being vampiric and shit. Like, that just makes sense. It kind of fits with the mood. But I've always thought of that as, like, a Balkan area. But that's just me. Oh my god, he's actually going to get the one accelerator shot maybe in, like, the next 4 years? This is huge. This is what I've been waiting for. Smallest amount of blinking strikes here. I've been to the Balkans, didn't see a vampire, so I don't think so. Well, that's what the vampires want you to think. You know, the vampires are like a very secret society. They want you to think that they're not in the Balkans. Like, it would explain, like, all, like, the thieves. Like, I bet the vampires make it so that there's more crime in, like, Romania and shit. So then they can go, like, well, you know, it's actually just normal for, like, somebody to have all their blood missing because there's so much crime here anyways. Like, I bet, like, that they're the people that support in, like, all the crime syndicates, so then when they do like a bunch of weird shit, it's not looked down upon like it's some supernatural thing, but rather just a natural byproduct of the life going on in the Balkans. Because the Balkan life is always suspicious. My dad was robbed by a Romanian gang in Spain once, so now I've you know, I have one anecdote about all Romanians, and now I'm gonna apply that to everybody. So they just took his cash. They left his PC because there was some law that only, like, if it was under $500, you couldn't bring it to court. So they only stole stuff that was like under $500. Uh-oh, GG, we lost. Oopsies, I may have door sniped ourselves, but that's just a moonshine base. Like, come on, man. Bro, it is so over. We're about to run out of energy. Yep, yeah, yeah. Minus 103 energy income. Based. Cloud, thoughts on motorbikes? I don't have one, and I don't think I want one. Motorbikes seem extremely dangerous to me. Because, like, if I'm in a car and another car hits me, like, whoop-de-doo, like, I'll probably be okay. If I'm on a motorbike and a car hits me, I'm just fucking dead. Like, you know, I'm gonna get hit by, like, a car, and then I'm gonna fly into another car, and then go into the windshield, and then I'll just be dead. So I don't think I want to own a motorbike. It's not exactly on my priorities. Robbed by Romanian? What's next? Fork found in the kitchen? Yeah, you're saying that, like, you know, because he was robbed in Spain, that's just how it works. I don't know, I feel like there isn't that many I feel like there's other criminal gangs in, like, Spain that are not only Romanian, but that's just me. Like, look, I imagine there's some Spanish criminal gangs in Spain. Okay, and plus Spain, have you seen where Spain is on a map? Why aren't you in bed unhealthy? What will your grandma's mother say? It's 7:24. I shouldn't be sleeping. The cloud ping woke me up. Bro, if my YouTube ping wakes you up, that's a problem. But don't you like the thrill? I've never rode on a motorbike before, and I don't want to. And I imagine it's very, very fun to ride and stuff. But, like, I kind of did the math and decided that living for another 20 years is, like, worth the thrill. Or worth giving up the thrill for, you know? Just don't get hit? Oh, so you're saying that if I do get hit, it's literally just a skill issue? That's okay. That's an understandable position. I like that. I mean, look at, like, how am I supposed to recover this, man? My teammate's building out of 1.5 longs on a battleship's map. Unbelievable. What's your opinion on The Godfather? I've watched, like, the first one at some point, and I remember the first one pretty well. I know I watched the second one at some point, and there was one scene where a girl takes off her shirts, and then I just see her tits. I remember that. Don't remember anything else from the second of The Godfathers. But yeah, I mean, I thought the first one was, like, a fine movie. I found it entertaining. I don't remember anything else from the second one other than that scene. And I never watched the third one, I don't think. So, yeah, I thought they were pretty fine movies. Like, they were definitely cool movies, you know, for at the time, because all I had ever seen up to that point were, like, Disney movies and Marvel movies and stuff. And I was like, wow, this is cool and unique. I haven't seen this one before. It's so over teammates' fault. Yeah. No, I mean, look, the fact that I dropped 5 lasers on our base, I could understand that I can be responsible for some blame losing this game, okay? I can understand that. Look how he's building these turbines, okay? Like there's like dropping all of our plasma beams on ourselves, and then there's building turbines like this. Like, which one's objectively worse? I would say building turbines like this. Like, come on, guys. Let's be reasonable. Be smart. Cloud, he has replying to me. It's 4 a.m. here. Yeah. You know, that's what I understood. You're not gonna go back to sleep. Clearly, the teammate's fault. Yeah. You finally understand it. You're getting into the gamer mindset now. It's never your fault if you're playing video games, bro. It's never your fault. It's always somebody else's fault, and I think my teammates are starting to understand that. He can still come back, trust? Yes, I bet he can. He just needs to try a little harder. Fair but funnier to blame teammates? It is funnier. I like how the EMP sniper... Oh, it did actually EMP the turbine this time. It didn't EMP it last time. He's getting so much value out of the sniper. He's so good at the game. Good for him. And is that going to finally finish us off? I think it might. Third one? Nah. One of these days, they're going to have enough weapons to actually kill us. Yeah. So sad that this is how you play battleships now and everybody's forced to play Moonshine. But that is what it is. Nothing you can do about that. The meta evolved in a way I didn't like, so I'm going to say L, remove portals from the game. I guess I could just turn off portals. That's true, actually. I could turn off portals, and that would solve so many of my problems. It's a team solve for Cloud spawning their base under Cloud's guns. Yeah, they should have moved the cores. They should have core swing the cores out of the way of the falling lasers. That's too true. Cloud drops 93 cans on this base. Obviously, team's fault. But man, this is the average battleships unable to actually kill it. But that's okay. And what is your guys' day going? Actually, you guys asked how my day is going, but I haven't asked how your guys' day going. There's often like you guys do some crazy shit, have a crazy job or something. Are you guys all OSO students, or is there somebody out there that works in, like, NASA and can, like, leak the Artemis space program files? I bet there's some secret files already about something going on weird in space. Like, there was just some fungus growing outside, and then they were like, shit, we can't let this get out. If they know that there's fungus in space, then we're gonna know that there's aliens, and then society's gonna immediately collapse, and it's gonna be lame. He played it so poorly, didn't even catapult? You get this. I don't get why people play an unbalanced modern map, and for some reason they use the sweatiest builds like portal cannon stacking, because winning is fun. What do you mean you don't understand? Winning is fun. That is how this works. You know, if you're not winning, you're not having fun. Playing anything other than the great meta? Nah, nah. I go to school right across from the NASA Center in Huntsville. Bro, you're saying Huntsville like I know where that is. I can imagine there's like 400 Huntsvilles across the Midwest. I'm gonna put in Huntsville, it's gonna come up with like 4 different locations. Watch. Huntsville City in Alabama. Oh. Is the most populous city in the U.S. state of Alabama. Okay, it's actually significant? That's crazy. Only 215,000 people. Bro, that's some weak-ass shit. Come on. I guess incest doesn't bring you a large population. Too many birth defects for the children to function. Owned. Another Alabaman gone. It's that easy. Eh. I move bricks for a living? Crazy job? I mean, has something crazy ever happened while you're moving bricks, you know? Like, you just look at the bricks one day and there's a soul of a child in there. And you're like, oh, nah, I guess there's a child soul in the bricks. And then you're like, wait, what does this mean? I don't know what that means. I guess that means I'm literally just building buildings out of children. That's kind of scary. Heartbroken? Damn. Huntsville is near the NASA Center, dingus. Yeah, I don't know where the NASA Center is either. But do you guys think I'm a NASA nerd? Like, come on, I only know about NASA recently because they launched something to the moon. Like, I don't follow NASA news regularly. Like, that is, like, outside of my skill zone. Like, all I do, like, the only news I follow is, like, Instagram German news. Like, I open my Instagram occasionally, and it's all just, like, German news telling me about all the things going on. And it also tells me about, like, stuff that happens in my country, like the Artemis mission. And that's where I heard about it. I was like, oh, wow. And, of course, because, like, you know, there's a bunch of things on, like, YouTube and stuff as well. But we ignore that. All we know is that the Germans cared enough to talk about the Artemis 2 mission, and that means we got a culture victory. How's math going? It's going fine. Like, I don't learn very much in the lectures, but I go home, I watch a YouTube video, I ask Claude, and then I have the worksheets to work with, which is really nice. Like, look at one benefit over the last quarter, despite the fact that this guy is a 1-star on RateMyProfessor.com, the one benefit he does is he assigns worksheets each week, and the worksheets are actually, like, relevant. They teach me to do a bunch of, like, vague stuff, which is very, very nice. Bro, there's no way this guy's trying to get some free core damage right now. Come on, man. It's not that serious. Instagram? Is that like of? Like of? What do you mean? Growing up is getting better news sources. It's Tagesschau on Instagram. What is a better news source than Tagesschau? I feel like Tagesschau is a pretty unbiased news source. Relatively to other news sources. At least for, like, US themes. Maybe Tagesschau is, like, biased in, like, Germany. But at least in, like, the US, if you, like, you know... And when they report on U.S. news, it's pretty much just facts. Or like, this happened. And I'm like, oh, you're just saying this happened? Where's the opinion? You're supposed to tell me if this is bad or good. What am I supposed to think for myself? That's crazy. I'm not used to think for myself. Usually Mark Zuckerberg comes down and tells me how I should be thinking. I don't know what to do without Mark Zuckerberg's guidance, man. I need him. And then, or not, maybe not Mark Zuckerberg. Who's the other guy that controls who owns a lot of the press? Is it Murdoch? Oh, there's Murdoch, and what's the other guy? I know that there's another guy that controls, like, 50 billion news outlets. I'm not exact. I forgot who it was, though. How to do a math quiz for 10% of my grade for a unit? I understand. W lecturer, though. Can't lie. You gotta W lecturer. And you come into this chat and then tell me. Like, man, why do you have to make me feel like shit, huh? I don't need to know that your life is so great. Like, you come in here, you tell me that, and I'm just like, well... Maybe at the end of the day, my life is just ass. I should have gotten the W lecturer. You're making me feel jealous. It's just like, oh, yeah. Did you know I'm actually top 20? I've gotten top 20 around 10 times in this game. Actually, no, it's more like 12. What have you done with your life? Nothing. And I'm just like, oh, well, you know, I guess you're just a worthless dude then. Can't even get on the Fort's ranked leaderboard. You don't see me pulling that out here. How does two innocents know what OnlyFans is? No, I'm not. Well, OnlyFans is way too funny of a platform to not know what it is. There's way too many memes made about OnlyFans for me not to know what that is, okay? I see an occasional meme on the internet, and OnlyFans is kind of like... There's actually, like, a lot of memes made about OnlyFans, and, like, the stuff that goes on there, so I'm quite well aware of with that platform. Now, not quite well aware of the platform as in, like... you know... I'm a frequent user of the platform, but I know what the platform is, and that's all that shall be elaborated on here. Literally watching your stream while my roommate is going and getting checked into a mental hospital. Okay, but are you close with your roommate? Because if you're not close with your roommate, then it's like whatever, you know. It's like some rando you kind of know getting checked into a mental hospital. But I mean, did he was he like, is he some sort of med student at the same time? Because if a med student's getting checked into a mental hospital, like I would be concerned that I was getting experimented on. Like, thankfully, my roommate is, like, only a chem major. So if he got checked into a mental hospital, I would just be scared that he could left, like, a bomb in the room or something. But at least I know would, like, I would know that my brain hasn't been, like, you know, messed around with. Because that's, like, kind of, like, the worst fear ever. Is it, like, oh, my brain has been altered? That is kind of shit. That's kind of terrible. I didn't want to hear this. Cloud was in line for Bonnie Blue. Okay, I don't know who Bonnie Blue is. Is that... I'm guessing that's an Instagram model that did something at some point? Or is just a professional Instagram model? I feel like most Instagram models like come from like not Instagram models, OnlyFans models come from other places. I don't feel like you can like start out on Instagram. I feel like you have to like kind of start out by being like start on OnlyFans. Oh, bro, I'm fumbling my words so hard. I feel like you have to start out on like other social media platforms and then build your name for yourself and then move there. Didn't like Amaranth do that? Pretty sure Amaranth did that, which is kind of suspicious. But I mean, look at it. She's monetizing a bunch of gooners. Like, if these people are willing to give away free money, then it's like, I guess it's not free money, but it's practically free money. I mean, the cost to produce an like an OnlyFans photo, I don't imagine it's all that high. How do you not know who Bonnie Blue is? How do you not know who anybody is? Bro, I don't, like, go on Twitter. I don't go on Twitter, man. I'm not part of the hive mind. Most of my real-world, exposure to the internet itself is from YouTube. And YouTube is a fairly tame place to be. There's not a lot of suspicious stuff going on in YouTube. YouTube's just a pretty chill, nice place where I can kind of, you know, there's not that much porn and stuff going on. Because there's children on the platform that I can kind of vibe and have a good time. You know, it's kind of how that works. It's nice. Yeah, you gotta thank your enemy for giving you a good fight, okay? So that was very, very well played by them. And now I get a bunch of free mines. I did not mean to upgrade that. I should not have upgraded that. I can actually I forget they added downgrading as a feature. Do you know downgrading, you can delete it off and it downgrades back into a swarm? It's really nice now, in case you make a mistake. And I make lots of mistakes. I am thankful for the devs for fixing my skill issues for me, so I don't have to do it myself. Every time I have a problem, I just go in the testing Discord and I'm like, devs, how do you fix this? Fix my skill issue. Buff me, please. What am I going to do after school? What do you mean, after I graduate? I hope I get a job, and then I can work. But, you know. Apparently, that's not all that easy these days. But, you know, who knows? That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, like, this could be my job, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm hoping it does, but if it doesn't, then I have university and getting an education as a backup. Even though people are like, that's not even a real backup these days. Because the college system is cooked or something, and I'm just like, uh-oh. Am I fried? I don't know yet. When I was in 10th grade, in my chemistry class, we had a lot of open food inside a drawer in that class, and it was left there for over 5 months. It started to have gnats come out, and it smelled horrid. Gnats? Are gnats like a form of fungi, or what are gnats? Or do you mean ants? I feel like you mean ants, because gnats doesn't make very much sense. I mean, what career path? Actuarial science career? I don't know. I want to become I'm studying to become an actuary. That's the goal. And if I don't become an actuary, that'd be kind of fried. That is what it is. Gnats, bro? Are we serious? Hold on. This is a made-up animal, bro. There's no way I don't know what some sort of creature is. Gnats. It's a many kind of flying insects. Damn, there's like these just look like wasp or something? They just look like normal animals. Never heard of anybody. I would just be like, that's a fly. What do you mean, man? Okay, that's interesting. I'm learning today in zoology. with Cloud. We're learning about new species of animals. This is huge. Bro knows nothing? Look at, like, why do... Okay, in what world do I need to know what a gnat is, okay? It's like, there is a insect coming out of the food. That's all you need to know. I can already communicate effectively with the vocabulary I have. They create swarms in the summer and spring are much smaller than a fly. You know, when you say that, I'm thinking that you're talking about locusts. I know what locusts are. Like, I've heard about locusts before. I've never heard about gnats before. Like, gnats? That's like a whole new idea. Actually, we can go for some AP minigunners here. I actually have an opportunity to use them here. Do my first lounge and see chat discussing an interesting topic. Yeah, the stream is always trying to discuss an interesting topic. You know what? Good for them. If my stream wasn't here, or the people in the stream chat weren't here, the stream would be nothing. You know, it's the stream feeds itself. The more people in the stream means the stream is better, which means that the more people are in the stream. At least I think so. That means if I get below a certain number of people in the stream just immediately implodes, and then everybody dies immediately. At least that's how I think it does. It's not. I've never really gotten to that point. I've gotten actually close to that point a few times, but not recently. Oh, come on, man. I don't want to shoot down my own nukes, and doesn't matter. Armor-piercing miniguns time, actually. Get the first level run in. No! Not my completely exposed turbines that are free to shoot for the enemy. How could they do this? I didn't see this one coming. Unpredictable, in my opinion. Hey, whoa. Now I can't fire the nukes. Amazing. Me when my entire game plan hinges on not having one sniper and that one sniper dies. All bugs turn you into zombies? Okay, man. Can you at least make the conspiracy theories like somewhat believable? Like that ain't even like in the ballpark of like semi-believable. Yeah, you could get away with an exposed AP sniper. Like, come on, man. The disrespect this guy is showing me right now by doing that is unbelievable. I ought to ban that guy. Not for being like trolling or anything, but just for disrespecting me. Not shooting an exposed AP sniper. Like, come on. Look at that. It's AP miniguns. I did the funny thing. Can I get one of these dice down? Thank you. I'm curious, do you or would you try any sports? I have played sports, actually. Did you know that? Back in elementary school, I used to play soccer. And then I decided that all the people there bullied me, and then I stopped playing soccer. The problem, one of my main problems with sports is actually because I generally don't get along with the people who play sports, you know? Generally, sporty people don't understand the appeal of video games like Forts. Like, you know, sporty people out there can play video games, but if they're going to be playing a video game, it's going to be something like Valorant, right? There's no sporty guy out there that's going like, oh, I want to play some Forts. No, that doesn't happen, man. They're always just like, oh, I'm going to go play some Valorant. I'm going to go play some CSGO. CSGO? Is that a game? Yeah, no, that is a shooter game, right? Yes. And I'm going to go play games like those. And like, you know, and I'm just like, I can't relate. And then they're like, yeah, you're weird, bro. And I'm like, no. And then nobody wants to talk to me. And I feel alone. And I'm just like, doing sports sucks, man. Everybody here sucks. Another guy bites the... Wait, what? Bottom guy died. That's interesting. Cloud, do you like sunflower seeds? I think sunflower seeds taste good. I haven't actually eaten sunflower seeds in ages, though. Sunflower seeds are not cheap. That's kind of the problem. Like, you eat sunflower seeds, and they taste good, but they don't fill you up. That's kind of the problem with, in my opinion, like, the problem with sunflower seeds is that they just... You eat them, and you're like, oh, I've enjoyed myself some succulent sunflower seeds. And then you're like, I've enjoyed myself some succulent sunflower seeds, and yet... I feel nothing. I feel no difference. I'm still sitting here, and I'm starving in my chair. And then I want to eat more sunflower chips. And it becomes the same thing as, like, potato chips, you know? Because you eat potato chips, and then you're still hungry, and then you eat more potato chips. And then eventually you're, like obese because you've eaten so many potato chips, and your body doesn't register that you've eaten so much food. And I feel like it's the same with sunflower seeds. You know? Like, you just keep on eating them, and then also your wallet takes a massive hit because sunflower seeds cost money. And then you're just like, man, this shit is so ass. Why do I ate some sunflower seeds and then suddenly I'm poor? Bro, the sunflower seed to poor pipeline needs to be studied. What time is it for you? For me, it's 3:43 a.m. It is 7:43 p.m. for me. And because I imagine you're a European, it is 1943. Yeah, that's correct. I can speak in European time. No need to applaud me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Owie. That guy is not having a fun time there. Can I get a 6-ounce bag for 150? But I feel like no one eats them for food. They just eat them for fun. Yeah, you know, that's what I'm saying. Is that when, especially because like you get a 6-pound bag of like sunflower seeds, and then like 1.5 of those pounds is at least 1.5 of those pounds is the shell, right? So you're not actually getting 6 pounds of food. You're max getting like 4 pounds of food. And then you eat it, and then you feel nothing, and then you're still hungry, and then you also eat something after that, but it still counts as calories. But then you're just eating a lot of food without actually gaining the feeling of being full, and it just doesn't help. It never helps. And it's like a devil food, you know? You eat it, and then you just want to eat more. It's kind of scary and ingenious. Whoever invented like eating sunflower seeds, they're smart. Ain't like most American foods just ultra processed so it's hell? What do you mean? Are you talking about our food being made to eat? Like, all I'm saying is that when I went to Europe, right? All the food would expire, like, way too early. It was so weird. I don't understand what was causing all the food to expire so fast, but in Europe, all this food just would sit there, and then, like, a day later, it wouldn't be good, and there was, like... And it was so odd. I didn't understand what was going on, and also everything was, like, less sweet and stuff. Would you ever go vegan? Probably not. Probably not. I don't imagine I would have the strength to do so. Sunflower seed, pistachios, and cherries are all good for wasting time. Do you look at food through the amount of time used? You're like, fuck. I've spent 30 minutes eating this meal? I could have spent that doing something else. And then you're just, oh. What the whoa. I don't know why I have this map in my map pool. That's an interesting, shtick they got going on there. I do not want to do another co-op map, I'm going to be honest. What's another big map? I actually do Rocky. I'm pretty sure there's like Rocky Great Cliffs? No, not this map is ass. What am I doing? No, it's jagged. It's jagged. Yes, this is a good map. It's because in Europe we don't have massively dangerous preservatives, use a lot of less sugar for normal food. Yes, man. Have you tried pumpkin seeds? I have not. I have not tried pumpkin seeds. I think I've eaten pumpkin seeds before, but like only the stuff you put on like a pan, and then you throw it in the oven, and then you eat it after it's been out for like an hour. I've had those pumpkin seeds before, but I don't think I've ever eaten like raw pumpkin seeds. Queue ranked? I'm not queuing ranked, bro. That's not happening. The problem with queuing ranked is that I would like to win ranked, and that requires me to lock in and stop yapping. And I don't want to lock in and stop yapping, because then, like, what do you think I'm opening up the stream for, man? You think I'm opening up the stream to play the game? This shit is only here for the Subway Surfers, man. It's to keep you all entertained, so I can then, like, overflow my opinion into your brain and then mind control you. And the game is in the background, and I can't mind control you unless I'm yapping. That's why I can't do ranked, because then I'll lose. The yapping. The thing that always got me was how much corn syrup is in your drinks. How do you drink it? I don't actually drink sodas here. I'll be honest with you, every time I try and drink soda in the US, I drink like a glass, and I'm just like, bro, I feel so shitty right now. Like, I can't drink sodas here at all. It just, there's too much sugar for me. I can't. My body looks at the brown liquid, and it's just like, bro, you can't drink that right there. If you drink that, you're gonna die. And I'm just like, fine, man. Fine. I guess I can't be an American. Man, now everybody else is drinking. But I actually used to be able to do it, but it was kind of the same thing. I went to Europe, and then I came back and tasted the drinks here, and I was like, oh, what is that? Back in Europe, we don't have something like this. We only have the mango and banana juice, and there is not so much sugar, so with us. So that I couldn't drink soda anymore, and I was very sad. And then I went, and now I'm healthier, probably, I think. I don't know. American food, half the ingredients are made in a lab? Are you calling our food scientifically advanced? You know, you're giving out way too many compliments today. Something's up. Something's up. Wait until you discover you can mix alcohol with soda. Bro, I don't drink alcohol or soda, so I'm not going to discover that ever. Bro, this guy, this is bait. This is 100% bait. He's waiting for me to look at this base, place down 2 snipers, and then he's gonna build wind front, so then I've wasted materials. Like, no way somebody builds background bracing without it being bait. And look at that, he's suddenly covering it up when I'm talking about it on stream. Yep, it was bait. It was bait. It was all bait. I knew it. Shit is way too easy to read, man. They're making it too easy for my large intellect. So sodas in America actually come in massive quantity. I know, like, producing, like, a soda, it costs, like, 2 cents. And, like, restaurants, like, main way of making money is, like, selling beverages, not actually the food. So for that reason, I mean, for the reason I don't like sodas in the first place, and the reason that, you know, I don't want to be some sort of animal that gets profited off, I don't really buy all that many beverages. Except in Europe, where I have to buy a beverage because you fuckers make it so that you don't get free water at restaurants. I swear that's, like, the worst thing about Europe. It's like, there's so many, like, you guys will be like, oh, our quality of life is so much better. We have, like, free healthcare and shit. And it's like, oh, yeah, man? Here in U.S. restaurants, that's right. We get free water at restaurants. Who really won, huh? Who really won that? You can't handle that. You know, that is such a radical idea of freedom and liberty that the Europeans can never even think to integrate it. Because they're like, all of Europe is controlled by big restaurant. Because let's be honest, like, what is Europe but a tourist destination for us Americans, right? And so if they have to make it so you can't get free water, because then all the European economies would go immediately bankrupt, because then they would stop actually receiving money from a real economy. Bro, no free water and refills piss me off in Europe, and there's, like, no ice. I mean, look, I feel like if you... I guess, like, you have to ask specifically for ice, but yeah, no, putting ice in drinks is not weird. Tap water tastes normal. Bro, actually, whenever I drink filtered water, and that's not like the crap that, like, that the government puts in there, I'm always thinking, like, this shit tastes weird. I don't like how this tastes. Like, I don't like drinking filtered water despite the fact that it's so better for me, because I've gotten so used to the taste of all of the shit in the water here that I'm just like, ugh, why does water taste so weird? Man, why is this water so ass, bro? Shit sucks. And then, so I'm already owned by all, like, the big water companies here. It's sad, but it is what it is. Part of the American dream, baby. Mind you do have to fight sometimes just to get some water. What do you mean you have to fight? You're telling me that in Europe you've been in situations where you start throwing fists over a bottle of water? That's kind of concerning. I didn't know that was a thing going on there. Like, as when I was in Germany, there was always plenty of water coming out of, like, the shower head and stuff. But that kind of concerns me, you know? I guess there's some secret water thing, monopoly. Mind you, you do have to fight some, well, not so much in Virginia, though it's not as poor as people don't drink it as much. But I feel like you can't even, like, escape the bad water in the US at all, right? Because, like, what do you supposed to do? Go drink bottled water? Bottled water is pretty much just tap water, but, like, with more stuff added to it so you think it's not tap water. Isn't that how bottled water works? Like, do they actually filter? I can't imagine that bottled water companies are actually going through all the effort of making, like, filtration plants and bullshit. Like, I'm, like, 99% sure that they're all just sitting there being like, okay, well, we've added some chemicals to the water, so now it tastes different than from tap water. Surely people are not going to host it different. Because adding stuff to the water is a lot easier than removing stuff to the water, right? Like, that has to be. At least that's on my brain. Because I've put a rock in water before, and let me tell you, it's much harder getting a rock out of the water than it is to put it in water. Especially when it's like a large pool of water. It's just tap water with the benefit of microplastics. Oh, is that what makes it taste like that? Actually, I hate the way plastic bottles... Like, I don't have any plastic bottles. Because every time I get a plastic bottle, the shit is ass, bro. It is so bad. I don't understand how people can drink out of a plastic bottle. Because like, you drink out of it, and you're just like, this tastes like shit. The plastic is literally changing the taste of the water. The fact that I can taste the plastic means that shit is fucking cooked, bro. Like, that is some Chernobyl level of, like, water pollution in that ass. And I'm just like, that's kind of concerning. I mean, this guy's building cannons? Bro was literally AFK cannon gaming. Like, come on. Can you think for yourself? Why are you shooting my wall of wood? What benefit do you get from shooting my wall? It literally gets nothing. You're like, shoot my teammates, bro. Like, average streamer, sniper, person. Oh. I mean, there's no benefit in shooting this guy, but, like, you know, I'm still gonna complain about it, even though it's a valid choice for him to shoot me. How much would I have to donate for you to wear a fursuit for a stream? Well, I would first have to buy a fursuit, which costs, like, $15 billion, right? And... so it would be, like, a significant amount. Maybe around $15 billion, you know? I mean, and then add like $2 on top of that for like the labor cost. But supplies alone is just like it's a fearful amount. And oh, look at his second player's not playing the game either, so this is actually okay. They're playing Moonshine again? That's kind of shocking. Wow, there's also a howitzer going out. And you get something like that, and also get some gunners here. Now this guy's building gunners. Okay, well, those came up just a little bit too late, man. I'm sorry. Oh, the hit perfect shot. Oh, we hit these. We are the perfect aimers. The Americans cannot compare to the German aim. Yeah, poor guy. He wasn't prepared for the double howitzer. You should have realized that ages ago. American tap water is a third circle of hell. I feel like that's a little bit extreme. Oh, that was bad. I feel like that's a little bit of extreme. I don't think it's like a third circle of hell. I think it's just like liquid from the third circle of hell. I don't think it's like the embodiment itself, you know? I feel like there's levels to this, and I don't think it's that extreme, but it's definitely like came from there, and especially actually, and like I think it's the only when you put the tap water in a plastic bottle after that, then it can be considered really bad, you know? Before that, I think it's like medium bad, but after you put it into a plastic bottle, it actually just becomes like satanic. You know, you're drinking it, and then your soul's just getting sucked out of you into the water companies. Nestle's actually a German company, which is true. Like, all you Germans are just like, your water is ass. It's like, well, you guys are the ones making it ass. Like, the colonization of the U.S. has never stopped. You Germans are always extracting value out of us, making us poor, less healthy. And you guys are also up there in your high horse when you guys are like, you're like, I guess the Germans are a little bit like the British. All the Europeans come around to the same conclusions, you know. They cause all the problems, and they're like, oh, we're so much better than you because we don't have any problems. Like, motherfucker, you caused it, man. Nestle is literally poisoning my nation, and we just let it slide. Like, look, we talk about, like, the military-industrial complex here in the U.S. Nah, man. The Germans, they got so much influence here. They're poisoning our nation, extracting value, bringing it back to the homeland, and I can't believe we let this stand. You know, only if we had somebody to stop the Europeans from coming in and doing shit like that. So what you do is take your plastic bottle and you leave it out of the sun so it's nice, and you get more of the microplastics per ounce of water. Yeah. You know what's crazy? That, like, in elementary school, they use, like, plastic bottles. Like, you know, like, it's a government-run institution, and they're already poisoning children. It's like, based. That's my government right there. That's right. Our government is cool and poisons children. What does your government do? It provides healthcare? Which one's more badass, huh? Our government's like the Warhammer 40k universe. Your government's like a lame story, huh? We're just going down the ore farming path. You guys wouldn't understand. I'm so lost. What's the beef? It's everybody just complaining about things in America and the US, and then complaining about each other's countries, so then we can pretend like our countries are better than the other countries, even though they're both kind of mid. Anyways, back to talking about why all Europeans suck. Do you know the French have like a debt to GDP ratio of like 1 billion? And they also don't control the world's like reserve currency, so they don't just get out of jail free card like we do. Like, it really just shows like European financial management. Ignore like the German debt to GDP ratio, that one doesn't count. Because we really need to focus on the French one, as they are like the perfect example for my argument. Please, man, just collapse. You're so close. Man. No, he's so cooked. My roommate just came in. Oh, you saw his little Asian hands? That's so cooked. My roommate couldn't relate to either of the squabble. He's on no side. He's actually on the Chinese side. How is Chinese tap water, actually? He's not paying attention to me. He's just assuming I'm streaming right now. Okay. Yeah, Nestle is Swiss. Germany wins once again. Hey, man. Mountain Germans. Is that who you're referencing right now? The Mountain Germans? That was 3 games, right? In this lobby, I lost one? I think I did. Yeah. Hey, Cloud, should I keep watching / procrastinating, or should I do my homework? Look at, man. Why can't you do both, huh? You're saying my stream is super distracting, you can't do both at the same time? How do you sell so fast? If you delete a node 3 times, it'll sell 3 times as fast. If you delete a node, cause it to rebuild, and then delete it again, it'll delete 3 times as fast for some reason. I don't know why that is. It's just how it is. But it only works for nodes. It doesn't work for like weapons and stuff for some reason. I don't know. That is just it is what it is. And you know what? I'm happy the way it is. I wouldn't have it any other way. Society as it currently is a society as it always was. And I wish nothing would change for the rest of the time. And it's like, man, you're causing pollution that builds up, so you have to change. You can't just do a stall tactic. It doesn't work like that. It's not that easy. Get ignored, idiots. You don't vote. Young people can't vote, so we literally get no options of choosing what happens around here. Would you recommend Forge to a friend? If that friend likes RTS games, yes. If the friend likes Valorant, no. It's a pretty easy case. Like, if the friend maybe likes Hoi 4, he likes Polybridge, he likes games where he can build, I think Forge would be a good choice. If he plays like a shooter game, probably not. He's too simple for it. I uninstalled the Battleships map. The game is so much better. You uninstalled the Battleships map. You're saying removing a giant shit from your hard drive was a huge win? I think the Mountain Germans are Austrians, the Swiss are French-German combo people. Wow, you really just ignored the Italians right there. I bet there's an Italian Swiss somewhere in the world that's shaking their fist at the world, being like, no, proud Switzerland should be an Italian state. We should be considered one of the pasta eaters, not one of the bratwurst plus baguettes. Man, this guy got already up. Gamers, hello. I'm about to kick these guys. And now he ready up nice. Hoi 4 is a whole different can of worms. It's kind of the same thing. Like, you build something, and then you shoot something else with something you build, right? And that is a nation. And then this, it's a fort. There's cannons. There's howitzers. Like, I'm not saying we're seeing some similarities, but I'm saying that there's some similarities going on right now, you know? And I think there's way too many coincidences for this shit to be ignored. I think this needs to be actually studied, you know? How much crossover there is between Hoi 4 and forts. You have fun until Germany decides to create 300 factories. What does that mean? Worms? I've never played Worms. That was on sale, though. Though I did see the meme of where it's like DLS 5 on, and it just turned Worms, like the animated Worms, is just a can of worms. And I was just like, you know what, that's actually pretty solid. Just a worm with a military helmet on. But a worm with a military helmet on is kind of a funny image, I'll give it that. Like, it was kind of an A tier meme. Maybe not S tier, but it was definitely A tier. A worm with a military helmet makes it like B tier alone, and then adding the DLS 5 makes it A tier. Pretty decent meme. Don't you mean Greater Liechtenstein? I like that's always the funniest thing to me, is the fact that Liechtenstein exists and it's pretty much just Switzerland with a different name, because they're all like, you know, they're super economically entwined with Switzerland, but it's not Switzerland TM. And so then there's just like this royal family that's like pretty much just like Switzerland, but not Switzerland. So then they get like technically like a seat at the UN for no reason, even though it's just Switzerland too. And like, it's actually like kind of the greatest like country. I think there needs to be more conspiracy theories around Liechtenstein. Like, why does this country exist? And like, it supports the idea of a Swiss like shadow government. You know, the existence of Liechtenstein alone is it. Worms is fantastic. Well, I've never played it. Maybe I'll learn one day. Hoi 4 Meta was building level 10 forts, so Cloud is right. Oh my god, wait, you build forts? Oh man, if the Hoi 4 meta players put me in charge of a fort in that game, bro, they would never get cracked. You know? The British could just put me alone in El Alamein, and I'd be like, bro, this shit's way too easy, man. These Germans are coming up here with land cruiser tanks. I'll just endlessly build a wall of aluminum and they'll never get past me. Shit's way too easy. And they'll be owned. Liechtenstein is Switzerland, but slightly more Italian? It's more Italian? Switzerland's in between Austria and Switzerland. It's between just those two nations. I would find it hard to believe that Switzerland is Italian in any respect, man. Okay? Like, you may be correct right here, and I may just be an idiot. But, like, Switzerland being Italian, there's something sounds wrong to me. I feel like geographically that does make sense. And you know what? Not everything always has to make sense all the time. My brain telling me you're telling a fib right now, a lie. If the ultra-rich people go to Switzerland for a vacation, ultra-rich? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Switzerland can be described like a neutral island in Europe. And there was another island in the US where things were going on. Coincidence? I think not. There's some weird shit going on in Switzerland, I swear. And everybody there gets free to vote? Everybody there is required to vote? That's suspicious. What kind of democracy requires its people to vote? I don't know. It feels like that they're providing good access to polling stations. It seems like the people are in charge over there. And on way. Do you read perchance? I can read. I'm reading right now. Worms is more of a turn-based Smash Bros than anything. WMD, of course. Weapon of mass destruction. Okay. The game that's Worms WMD, not weapons of mass destruction. Worms weapons of mass. that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, you know what? My insanity is actually one of the greatest features of my life. I won't be taking any slander for my mental state this stream. Okay, my mental state is my greatest asset and my greatest weakness at the same time. You know, that sounds like a quote out from a finance, bro. That's when you know the quote's good. Switzerland 2, the sequel. The American Orange Man has made Switzerland go no longer neutral. So you're telling me he's bringing unity and peace to the world? You see, American leadership can really bring some ideas around, you know? We're really bringing the world together. More unified than ever before. And you know what? You don't have to thank us, okay? We already know how thankful the Europeans are for us. You don't have to tell us. We understand your thoughts even before you say the word. You want to talk about a place that's super odd and there should be more conspiracy theory around is Andorra? What are those ironies mountain folk doing up over there? Andorra's a place from Star Wars, you idiot. Come on, man. We all know that's bait. There's no place in the real world named Andorra. I'm not falling for this. If this man tells me Andorra's a place that's not in a fictional universe, clearly he's an insane person. As an American, I would know that Transylvania is also a place that's not real. And that if some Romanian guy comes to tell you that's a place in Romania, you know it's just because they're trying to steal the trademark and then make money off of our films. Like, this is what... Look, I'm not saying that Romania, like, claim Transylvania as a place because for movie rights, but, like, come on, you think that's a coincidence? Huh? You think we created the movie Hotel Transylvania and suddenly the state popped up in Romania called Transylvania? I just find it a little bit too much of a coincidence, man. Like, they are trying to go for those movie rights for some extra profits. And, you know, it's kind of a Romanian... I mean, look, it just makes sense, you know? They're known thieves, so it makes sense that they would want to steal Hotel Transylvania from the rightful creators of us Americans. This is a core swing map. You've been slacking on your swinging. Where exactly am I supposed to core swing to, bro? Huh? I mean, what am I supposed to core swing it back? There's no place realistic place for me to core swing it. I mean, that is obviously bait, but, like... I'm still engaging with it. Realistic comparison. What other games do I play? I play Bar, I play Age of Empires, I play Beyond All Reason, which is Bar, I've already said that. I play Factorio. There's some other games out there. What is going on there? Some suspicious shit, I'm telling you. This guy is gonna die a tragic death, I can already tell. Is next to the next fictional place France? No, France can't be fictional because if French people weren't real, then why would there be so much hate in the world, huh? Like, French people need to be real to explain why everything is so terrible. Like, you know, and it's just there's such a good explanation for like everything. Like, gas prices are high, it's the French. You know, my breakfast tastes bad. French invented ass breakfast ages ago. Like, the French need to be real, otherwise I don't know who I would bet my acre at. Like, I need a group of people to hate and blame for all my problems, and the French are just, they're that current group of people, and I don't know what I would do if I had to find another group of people. If I find another group of people, I would be, like, homeless. I would be lost. I'd be like, I spent my entire life hating the French, and now I have to find another group of people to hate? This is terrible. I can't stand this. And then I'll be depressed again, and that'll suck. Oh, I missed, man. I need to go a little bit lower. France is real, but French people aren't. French people makes me think of Bird das Brot. Like his race is known as the French, and I think I can understand Bird das Brot's race not being a real thing. Sometimes I'm like a little bit suspicious about how human-sized and human-looking Bird das Brot is, and it's kind of suspicious sometimes. Man, that guy just built an energy shield. What the fuck is this counterplay? Bro, no. What is this guy doing? He's supposed to be bad at the game. He can't just play counterplay and win. That's cheating. Alright, guys. Time to open a lawsuit for defamation. Needed. This guy's embarrassing me in front of a live audience. What is this guy's name? It's one of these people on the enemy team. It's not Reptile Master. He wouldn't build an energy shield. He's too good for that. Oh, free a snipe. Oh, I'm so good at this game. Oh, I'm so good at this game. No need to compliment me in the chat. I already know. Whenever I feel like that, I just drink beer. This is when we know it's a European talking. Actually, no, you could be like a Midwestern American. I feel like there's also like a lot of beer. Like, there's a lot of beer being mentioned in like country songs. You know? For some reason, every time a country artist goes on, they're always talking about alcohol, and I'm just like, man, I thought music was supposed to be your outlet. Why are you talking about alcohol so much? Calm down. I ran out of energy. Laugh at me. Laugh at me. I can't even save enough energy to fire all my weapons. That was creamy. Thank you. Got to go have fun, guys. Cloud 2. Cloud 2, I guess? What do you mean by that, I guess? You're saying I deserve to have less fun than the rest of the people in the chat? What do you mean I'm just a footnote? Don't you know how to compose emails? It's the most important things first, and the least important things last. You need to put me first in your comment, and then the rest of the chat last. Because statistically, I know I'm way more important than like half the people here. I'm pretty sure. Unless you guys are like the government or something. But like, which person in the chat has killed practically 2 people at this point? You know? Is my teammate leaving? He's chatting now. Is he gonna leave the lobby? Or does he just want to hang out in the lobby? I mean, guys, it's an AFK. This doesn't count as team killing because my teammate's AFK here, okay? It's not the same thing. Come on, can your base collapse already? This isn't team killing. This is getting rid of a base in the way of my expansion, okay? Plus, he can repair it if he's not AFK, if he decides to come back. But for now, fire beam drop. Nah, he disconnected. Okay, that's okay then. I want his base now, and I also want to get like, I want to get red tech. I'll go nukes down there. No lie, no, I'm just gonna go howitzers. And the thing is that what will never cease to entertain me is that any European country think that they can outdrink the US when Wisconsin exists. Yeah, but like, the EU as a whole outdrinks like the average American state. You know what I mean? Like, of course, maybe not. They can't like outdrink Wisconsin, but it's because of us lame Californians that they can't actually outdrink us. You know what I mean? Like, if California like didn't exist, I'm sure like the US would be #1. Like, we're #1 in everything. But us lame Californians are just too weak. We can't drink that much alcohol. I'm sure because of that. US isn't #1 alcohol consumer in the world. So that's kind of a shame. This is suspicious. There's a very small amount of blinking struts in my base right now. Surely this kit won't backfire on me, huh? Can you guys not? No, I think now that I've asked kindly, my base won't explode. That's generally how that works. Have you ever tried asking your base not to just explode before? It really works out pretty well. Oh, so lasers seem kind of fun to play. I'm gonna be honest. This has been kind of great. Shooting 4 plasma beams in one location and immediately exploding somebody. It's beautiful. The north of the UK outdrinks like 90% of places. The north of the UK, do you just mean Scotland? Did you just call Scotland the north of the UK? I mean, I guess that is kind of demeaning to Scottish people, but man, I feel like if I was a Scottish person right now when I heard that, I'd be like, fuck. We've been successful. This is the true sign of colonization. The British own us fully if people call us the north, or like the north part of the UK. That shit sucks. I'm about to door snipe myself, bro. And it's all just gonna collapse. Why were you living in Germany? I was doing a little bit of an exchange there. I had a friend that came to the US and lived with me for a little while, and I was like, okay, I can graduate high school early. I guess I'll go to school in Germany for a little bit. And then I did. And then that was that. Cloud pretending to play Forts again. Am I playing this game? I don't know. I can't really kill them, because this guy is just a wall of wood, and this guy has energy shields. I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do here. Like, respectfully, I feel like I'm kind of waiting for all my howitzers to build stage of the game. Is there a weapon behind that? No. He just has a door with nothing behind it? Man, that is such good bait. It's actually so smart, you know? I shoot the door thinking that there's a weapon, and then there's nothing, and I've wasted my shot. Genius. Genius. A genius for our time. Hello, new base. What's good? I can build like 8 nukes here. And then hopefully can finish them off here. North England, whoops. Oh, okay. Oh, you actually know what Scotland is? That's crazy. Yeah, I hear that like all of the British people that don't live in like London are absolutely fried. Bro, that guy intentionally exposed his core. Yeah, he wanted to be done. He wanted to be done with the game. He knew that there was no winning. I was supposed to go to Germany for a semester-long exchange program in high school, but then COVID happened and I'm still pissed about it. I would be so pissed about that as well. Guys, I'm good at this game. I'm good at this game, guys. I swear I have actually done all of my badges, and it wasn't just somebody else playing this game, okay? I swear I did it all myself, and it wasn't... Cooked. Howitzer with no doors? That is a sniper's dream? Bro, you think this guy is gonna build a sniper? Bro, look at this guy's face. He's not gonna build a sniper. His turbines don't have efficiency. 1v1? Yeah. Yeah, this is down to the wire. A 1v1. Tios on team 1 over here. And somebody else on team 2 who appears to be AFK. The brain dead guy. It could be a close match. Anybody could win this guy. Tios, can you just shoot the guy, please? Man. If he just shoots the guy, it'd be so easy. Got to go? Good night, good night. Every L him? No, not all the L's. On the bright side, I'm potentially going for a German citizenship, so there's that. Nice. Do you live in Germany? Bro. He's aiming around the core. This has to be intentional. Oh? Okay, exposed core. Exposed core, man. Nah, okay, no, you need to expand the base. This is priorities right here. This is going to have impact on the game. There's an exposed core and an AFK dude, and you drop 2 techs. Amazing. How? No. Bro doesn't know Romania? I know Romania. I've seen Romania on a map before. Did you know it's by Ukraine, Moldova, Bulgaria, Hungary, Serbia, and Poland? I think those are all of its neighbors. I think I got that. I'm too much of a Balkan knower. Bro, this is trolling. Bro, man, if you don't kill this guy, I will just kick you. Like, come on, man. Come on. Please end the game. I don't want to watch. This is trolling. This is trolling, man. What do I have to deal with, huh? He suddenly just missed 2 more cannons. Coincidence? I don't know. Getting a little bit suspicious. He misses another cannon? Bro, this isn't real. There's no shot. There's no shot, man. Yes, are you gonna make me kick you? This is getting a little bit suspicious. You look like you're using an auto clicker here. There we go. He finally got it. He finally got it. You didn't have to die? No, I didn't have to die, okay? But, you know, it wasn't exact. I was trying to be cool and extend the base, okay? I wanted to have a massive base. Germany is a myth. Well, if Germany's a myth, then who were the bad guys? Hmm? Germans are supposed to be the baddies, and without Germans, we don't have somebody to blame for all the problems in, like, Europe. At least half, like, the problems in Europe. It's always, like, either, like, the French or the Germans, or the Russians can be blamed for all the problems in Europe. Not really the Italians. The Italians, I feel like, were always just kind of brought along in all of the events in Europe. I don't think they were ever, like, really the bad guys. They were always, like, the sidekick to people, you know? And I feel like that just fits Italians. I mean, they have, like, Mario and Luigi in their belt, so it kind of makes sense that they're sidekicks. But, you know, it makes me a little bit sad. I feel like the Italians could be more main characters, but they're just so busy, like, you know, causing their own country to collapse with, like, mafias and stuff. Kind of unfortunate. What's a based map? Holy based. Do I want to play this map? Sure. I blame the English, but the English are just kind of sitting there AFK. Like, I don't understand how you can blame an AFK country for all the problems, because all the English do is, like, we're not going to get involved with it. It's like blaming the US for all the problems in Europe, when we're, like, across the sea. Like, we're literally across the entirety of the Atlantic. How could we be the cause of the US problems? You know? We can't invade anybody. We don't have any place to land on. German is so good if you learn to do engineering. Is there a lot of stuff in engineering that goes on in German? I don't know about that. I feel like you're just saying that as perspective of German. It might be 419 for me, but you can't stop me. No, I can't stop you, but it's a trap. Meanwhile, the Europeans are asleep is very interesting, considering I'm here and European. All the Europeans are falling for the bait. You know, it's that easy, man. You just have to say this group of people won't show up, and then they'll all go out of the way to show up and ruin their own lives. The way my German friend describes it is if Kaiser Wilhelm just listened to Bismarck when he took over, literally none of the entire 20th century would have happened. That's an interesting take. Now, I don't know enough about Bismarck or Kaiser Wilhelm II, so that's very cool, man. This map is small. You are truly the observation master. I don't have a cookie for you, but we should have been playing a different commander. We should have not been playing this commander. That was a stupid mistake. Is what it is, though. That's why I look German. I'm in biotech. Why I took German. I'm in biotechnology and bioengineering. You're telling me that there's, like, courses in these subjects that are in German. I don't believe that. Because then there's no way that Americans would be able to learn these subjects if it was in a foreign language, right? Like, it wouldn't make sense for America to be such, like, medical technology. Like, because we invent, like, all of, like, let's not pretend, like, the US ain't inventing all of, like, the vaccines and shit, right? How do we do that? Because we can't speak, like, foreign languages. So, if it was in German, we wouldn't be able to invent stuff like that. And by that, I cast X to doubt, because I don't know if I believe you. That seems a little bit suspicious. Oh, man, I'm not going to be able to get that off. I'm going to give up. That looks like a lot of work to do down there. Do I actually want to go with technology here? Just kind of go upgrade center. I think I'm going to go upgrade center. I fell for it. You did fall for it. You should remilitarize the Rhineland. Isn't the Rhineland currently militarized? I am sure if I check the Rhineland right now, there's going to be a U.S. military base right smack in the middle. I don't have to look at Twitch chat. There's nobody there right now. Let's look. Let's check this out. U.S. military bases in Germany mapped. Images. Yep, called it. Look at that. Look at that. What's that right there? It's the Rhineland with a bunch of U.S. military bases. It's so easy. It's so easy. Another German easily destroyed or chatter, or maybe not a German. Oh, I got to go. I have 5th of tequila calling to me like the green goblin mask. I have an intelligent teammate, so it's almost the same thing. You hate this game? I don't know. It seemed like a skill issue. Only not a skill issue when I die. Like 5 of the 10 largest bioengineering companies in the world are either in Germany or Switzerland. Really? No, I didn't know that. Back to the Swiss shadow government theory. It's really taken off here. You're telling me that all of the medical technology in the world is controlled by the Swiss as well? That's a little bit suspicious. I think they're starting to put things in me. Starting to do mind control bullshit, huh? I am not German. Okay, okay. Then what do you, why are you as a non-German interested in learning about Germany? That in itself is warranting, like, an FBI spy to come down on you, right? Because nobody in the US should be realistically interested in, like, learning about Germany. Because what Germany is, like, not a patriotic country like the US is. It's just worse. They have less freedom in Germany. Why would you be interested in learning about a country that has less freedom? It doesn't make sense. And Switzerland basically just Roche, but they big. Oh, they're big. They're big as they control, like, a lot of the world's medical supplies. Like, if I want to get, like, a Band-Aid, you're telling me I have to, like, check in with the Swiss government to be like, is getting a Band-Aid okay? And if they say no, then I'll just die? And I didn't realize the Swiss were this strong. The Swiss government truly is the behemoth we need to come down upon. Man, that's so lame. What do you mean that isn't a door snipe? Got it. It's that easy. Oh yeah, you think you just placed exposed weapons? I have sound on, man. I love German. You love German, like, as a language? German is actually kind of a fun language to speak, I'll be honest with you. Like, of all the languages out there, it does kind of have ore with it. Yeah, that's not happening, man. Come on. Come on, man. Show some respect. That door snipe. That door is EMP'd open. Please, somebody snipe it. I can't snipe that. It's too low for me. Man. Depression. We have way less freedoms here. Where do you live? We remilitarized the Bosphorus. Oh, I know where that is. That's in Turkey. More like you remilitarize the Strait of Alexandria. I won't take any of this Istanbul propaganda. Shit's actually belonging to the Greeks as far as I'm concerned. It was stolen, man. Stolen from the Greeks. Should have been returned to them after World War I, in my opinion. A shame. The winners of World War I were complete idiots. They're Buster? Why are they playing the Meta Commander, bro? That's so lame. My mouse died? Me when somebody tells me they have a skill issue. Move? Delete? Bro, this guy is trying to communicate right now. And I'm not having it, okay? Delete, move. All these weird words. Hyper spam is so lame, acting like a T100 player. Hyper spam is not lame. Come on, man. Like, cyber spam is way more impressive than just shooting rockets and killing people, okay? Like cyber spam actually takes some skill. Like, shooting rockets and killing people takes, like, 0 skill. Because, like, at least this has some risk. Like, the snipers here aren't even doored. That means that if, like, you know, if I get outskilled, then I get outskilled and lose. Well, because you're German, explain why World War II German heavy tanks had severe transmission issues. I don't think you know how nationality works. Okay? Like, I'm just because I am of a nationality doesn't mean I understand everything about the nationality. Though I suspect you already do that. As I get owned from below, the man with the plan down here. He's got a rocket and he's showing his weight. You know, I respect him for that. Thank you for EMPing that. No! Man, can I just have a door, please? So lame. I can't have a door. Literally can't play the game. And now I die. The man built one sniper. My Achilles heel. Both as an American that has German ancestors. They had transmission issues because somebody fucked up the engineering. Gamers, I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got the correct answer. Aw. Alright, my top base seems to be popping off, though. So I think I'm going to get carried by my teammate into a win here. And all I have to do is tank, and then I'll win here. I was a lame, smug look kind of question, Lamau. Yeah, I figured that was bait. But, like, engaging with bait is so much more interesting than just, like, saying that's bait and moving on, right? Like, if you just assume everybody's as stupid as they sound, you get some interesting conversations running, if you know what I mean, you know? Like, you just gotta assume that everybody always means what they say, and it's never a joke, and then you get, you know, arguing with people on the internet. Tell me what's more satisfying in life, huh? There is nothing more satisfying in life than arguing with people on the internet, because it is always one of the best things you'll ever do. This is not door. That is door. Can we get a... Yeah, we can start sniping out like all the AA there. Do something good for my teammate for once. I need to sell that off. There may be another like sniper going on down there. Yep. Hold it. Pretty sure that there's only 2 gunners. Yeah. Aw, no. My sniper. I'll miss you, sniper. You had a good run, but you got owned because you were weak. Close but no cigar. That was a lame smug. Oh, you're talking. What was the debate about the sniper spam or about the transmission? I don't actually know what you're referring to. You could be referring to anything. Anyways, outskilled another opponent here. Clearly. Happy, so happy I gambled into having better teammates. This shit is so peak. Please, Gunner, kill the enemy rocket. No. That would have been so cool if you did that. There isn't any one reason why the transmission didn't work. It was like 10 problems that killed it. Oh. That's rough. I'm sorry to hear that. So there wasn't an easy fix. It just completely kaput. Transmission sucks because of the height weight of their tanks combined with the overly complicated track system. Caused a lot of resistance, so the transmissions were only good 150 kilometers roughly. Hey man, they only needed like 5 kilometers to get to like Stalingrad. I think 150 kilometers is a fairly good distance, okay? Relatively to like their needs. Anyways, another easy win. I clearly did something there. I mean, I did snipers and tanks, but like, TS carried. GG. The German tanks questions gave a very Herr Chris reporting for duty vibe. Look, at the German tanks kind of did have aura. You can't say the German tanks didn't have aura because they did. They did. Like, if anything, like the Germans may have not everything have worked, but they made a lot of shit that looked cool. Like, if Germans were in charge of designing force mods, they would be like they would be insane at it because all their like inventions just have aura around it, and I don't respect that. Not many people could do that. I couldn't tell if it was like, what? God a moment or just a cord ball? No tanks used to travel that distance. Use trains to transfer them close. Oh, we got a nerd here, man. Okay, man. What is it like living life as a loser, huh? Making good points, like use other transportation options for the heavyweight tanks. Look at the P-1000 rat. I know what the rat is, okay? You think I live under a rock? I do. But, like, not under, like, rocks like that. Hold on, I'm gonna get... somebody in the bathroom. I can't access something to clear my nose. Hold on. I have roughly, more or less, cleared my nose. I can hopefully talk a little bit clearer. I'm staying with my Brit Bong tanks. All I'm saying is no one else was flexing with the riveted tank armor like the Brits did until like 1949. What is the problem with riveted tank armor? Is it just worse or something? I imagine there was a good reason that people shit on it. But, you know. All I know is that in Hoi 4, when you get riveted tank armor, the tank costs minus 20%, so it's OP. As I just get 20% less cost, I can produce 25% more tanks. Shit seems kind of good. And then I usually choose it unless I have like an insane amount of factories. Run Moment Legion versus 15-man SEAL team. Isn't the question about that is like which guy has enough bullets? Like there's no way the Roman Legion's reaching the SEAL team. I mean, actually, would the SEAL team be able to defend against like bow and arrow? Like I'm saying like the modern military, it isn't exactly equipped to deal with bow and arrows, right? Like men charging at you, you can deal with. You just have like enough miniguns. But if they start shooting arrows at you, what are you supposed to do? Oh shit! Oopsies. Like you just die. You can't do anything. Nobody brings medieval style shields around with them in the modern military, and no, everybody has cloth armor, right? Cloth doesn't exactly stop an arrow. It's not meant to stop an arrow. Riveted tank armor sucked due to its poor ability to stay together when shot. Lol. Oh, it responds very poorly to battle damage. Okay, that's interesting. High velo rounds outrange bows easily. Yeah, but can you kill all of the Roman archers? How many archers are in a Roman legion, huh? How many archers are in a Roman legion? We're gonna do some investigations. 5 to 6,000 men. Hmm. Very few, if any. Oh, there's no archers here. Oh, never mind. The Romans are cooked. They didn't bring any ranged weapons to the battle. They're gonna get. They didn't have the counter to the counter, and now they're dead. Okay, I didn't know that the Roman legions just didn't have any archers. They're doing a melee only challenge. They're like, nah, range. That's for some pussies, man. Real men get up close and personal. You know, we kiss our opponents. What is your opinion on the BMP T-72? I don't know what that is. I can figure that out though. Watch this. BMP T-72. Terminator is an armored fighting vehicle designed and manufactured by the Russian company Ura Volganzavod. Oh, it has missiles on it? Oh, that's so cool. There's a missile tank out there? Well, how have I never heard of that? That's so based. You know what? I can respect that. I haven't seen an American tank with missiles on it yet. I thought that was a thing out of, like, video games. That's wild. The heavy-ass armor would get hit and fall off because the rivets shear off. Oh! So you're saying rivets aren't strong enough to hold against high-velocity anti-tank shells? That's wild. Imagine if chainmail was held together by paper clips in areas. You see the riveted problem? Oh, so it's like the chain is only as strong as the weakest link type deal. And so the rivets would be like the weakest links and then it would just die? Ever heard of a tank suppressor? You're making up terms right now, okay? A tank suppressor is a tank, I thought. Now that's the whole point. Tanks are supposed to be fighting other tanks. At least, like, in a lot of situations. Cloud discovers military engineering. What a miracle. Bro, I don't need to know military engineering. You know how much, literally half of my economy in the country I live in pays other people to figure that shit out for me, okay? Like, there's other people for designing, like, machines to kill people, you know? That's not my problem. Well, I can get 6 mines at this base without having to sell off this mine. Genius map design. Or this base again, which means laser time. I can get filthy angles on both the top base and the bottom bases, so be evil. But no, like a tank turret, something that suppresses the sound and muzzle flash of a tank gun. Man, bro lead too hard. That is a skill issue. I'm not restarting for that. Bro deserves to be punished. He wanted to get some base lead right there, and he suffered the consequences of his actions. Genius. Genius. He is clearly an intelligent one around here. You're a German engineer, a new missile for the German army. I'm not engineering a new missile for the German army. They can literally just buy American designs. Like, why would you buy something, need to design something new if something perfect already exists? Just ask the American ones for the blueprints and or steal them, and then you got it. Be like the Chinese. They're like literally bigger than the tank and have only been made as prototypes. What? You're telling me that there's no Russian tanks with that name, because I can't pronounce it very well, rolling around on a battlefield somewhere and actually doing shit? It's just all theoretical? That makes it so lame. It's like quantum physicists, right? They're all just like, oh, this exists and can do cool things, but nothing ever cool does actually happen. And it's like, okay, lame-o. Like, if you can't make shit actually happen, then what's the point of your existence, huh? You're pouring millions of dollars for what? Nothing? Seems kind of useless to me, man. Imaginary technology never actually comes to be. Potential technology. Like, they've been telling us we're been getting fusion for like 50 years now, and we haven't gotten fusion yet. And there's something behind that. The German mouse. Buy our stuff. What's your stuff? Is Forces not LARPing as military engineering? I'm building a fort, not a tank. What? No, there's no military engineering. If you want to go LARP as military engineer, go play From the Depths. Which I have played before, but that's not the point. I'm saying there's other games better represented in LARPing for military engineering. You can grab one of these guys. Do you hate Europeans or something? Bro's asking me if I hate myself. Look at all I'm saying is that Europeans can be sometimes a little bit pretentious with it, with the whole, attitude of, oh, I'm better than you because I live in the continent of Europe, and it's just like, Yep, and you're also the reason why all the problems of the world exist, okay? Comes at a cost. Buy our American-made missiles, no need to make your own? That's what I'm saying. We legit do have fusion, though. It's not commercial yet, but we have net positive nuclear fusion reactors. We have net reactors or reactions? You're telling me there's a reactor running out there right now with a net positive input? I don't know if I believe that. I feel like if there was a country out there generating energy from a nuclear reactor, I would have heard about it in a meme somewhere. The P1000 Rat is an amazing German concept. I feel like there's a lot of German concepts out there that haven't been realized to their full potential. It's such a shame. You know? Imagine what the world is missing out on. Like, imagine all the cool shit we could have had if the Germans had a little bit more time to cook. And yet, we don't, because the Germans didn't have time to cook. They instead got cooked, and now we got nothing. No. That's a real shame. Probably a good thing, though, at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Probably a little bit, should be a little bit more careful with my words right now. But it's okay. I don't think anybody's gonna call the FBI on me. I'm still waiting for my first SWAT, though. We have the same thing with when you think you're so great because you live in America. You're a big cause of why the world's gonna end in like 150, about that long. And gonna end in like 150. Man, you need to attach a time unit to that argument, because I don't know what ending in 150 means. 150 what? 150 is a number used to measure other things. You have to add something to the number for it to make sense. You know who else got cooked? Oh, wait, let me guess. The Japanese? Oh, actually got fried like a steam boiler. If this guy took this base back here, it wouldn't be that bad. But this is pretty terrible for them. Hey, Cloud, you should watch a show called The Man in the High Castle. I know about that show. I'm not going to watch it. Why would I want to watch a show about a depressing future when I could watch a show not about a depressing future, okay? I don't want to watch a show where the America gets conquered by the the Germans and the Japanese. That doesn't sound like a fun show to watch at all. You know what I mean? That's pretty like a terrible show I don't need to, fraternize with. Fraternize? No, fraternize is not a good word there. Engage with. Engage with is a good word there. What is fraternize? My brain's telling me it's something sexual, but I don't actually know. The Age class of battleships are another fun project Germany worked on. You know the Yamato had 18-inch guns? Yeah, the biggest Age class battleship had like 21-inch guns in theory. You know, half of the things I feel like are just Hitler being like, guys, if we build something big, it destroys other things that are big. And everybody just clapped, and then that's how half the things happened. I feel like that's how half of all like the German crazy inventions went down, but I'm not exactly sure. Not the authority around here. Oh, that's a perfect shot. Man. Is there even a weapon in there? I don't know. Why is this guy shooting me? Lame. And it's just how the world works. Do you watch anime? I do watch anime. Now, I don't know if I'm all that interested in the anime this season. Like, I try to watch, like, the one about, like, the witch hat person, and I got bored. And, you know, there's no more free run this season. There's no more JJK this season. And now I'm feeling kind of down. Because last season was so good. There was, like, 2 animes I was watching. I don't know if I'm going to watch any anime this season. That said, there's still more anime that's going to come out, so I'll try watch the first few episodes of the other anime, see how it goes. Man, why does he have to be punished in my weaknesses right now? That's crazy. I want to see where this laser went, man. Do you mind taking a break from shooting me here for a second? Unreasonable. Can I go like, that's so bad. Literally deleted off that note earlier. Watch Witch Hat Altair anime is peak. Don't drop it. Trust? You're telling me... I mean, look, if they can't get me hooked on the first episode, how can I trust it's going to be entertaining? Like, the first episode is supposed to be the most entertaining thing possible in the show, right? Like, that's where they put all, like, half the budget, so then, like, people want to stay and watch the rest. If they can't make the first episode good, then how can I trust they're going to make the rest of the series good? I don't know, it just feels like a fool's gamble. You know what I mean? Feels like I'm a little bit stupid. I feel like I'm going to get made a fool of. Have you checked out Solo Leveling yet? I have watched and I've read the manga. I have watched the Solo Leveling show and I read the manga for Solo Leveling. I'm pretty caught up on the whole story. Because I read the manga, and the manga's the whole story. Please kill the core there. What? Man. It's so close so many times. Nah, I can't shoot that. Man. Reading the chat, and there is so many shonen brains in here. All fight, no plot. Hey, man. Okay. If I'm a Forge player. You think I'm here for the plot? I don't even... I don't read the, like, cutscenes in the... I don't know what the story of Moonshot or High Seas is in this game, okay? I just play the game for the explosions, not for the, whole... What is the story behind... Look, I like a show with good world building. I think it enhances it, right? But, like, I find, in my opinion, it's explosions first, world building second. Like, an anime with both world building and explosion is insane. It's very, very good, right? But, you know... explosions come first. I'm just saying that on the hierarchy of importance, and explosions #1, the world building is #2. Now there's like, you know, there's some shows with extremely good world building doesn't need that much like explosions, but that's just my opinion. I like seeing explosions. My little monkey brain is happy. Maybe that's all that matters at the end of the day. My monkey brain being happy. Maybe try One Piece. I have watched One Piece, bro. It's so boring. It is so boring. Luffy does one punch, and then there's 8 hours of reaction images. Guys, I'm so good at this game. This is the second time this happened. No, One Piece, the problem with One Piece is that, you know, Luffy will be like, Puddle Punch, or what? No, it's not Puddle Punch, that's Deadlock. They'll be like, Gum Gum Rocket, and he'll throw out his fist, and then Chopper will do a reaction, and then, you know... Nami will do a reaction, and then everybody else in the cast will do a reaction to the image, and it takes he gets 2 punches out per 20 minutes episode. And it's way too slow. So once the anime comes out, that's like One Piece, but actually not slow, I think I'm gonna watch it, but, you know, it's not it for me. Disgraced goat piece and died? Yeah, that's true. Maybe this is God coming down to me and saying that saying that One Piece is bad in any regard is actually, like, evil, you know? Not saying One Piece is the peak of all fiction ever is actually what the devil would say. Deserved loss for slandering the goat. Is this real, guys? Can I not have an opinion? Can I not have an opinion to the fact that the show is really slow? And that's a negative draw on what happens? Like, look, I actually kind of enjoyed the live-action one. Because the live-action one condensed, like, 40 episodes into 8 episodes. And that's impressive, you know, it got all, like, the important points done, and cut through all the bullshit. And I was like, you know what, this is actually really cool. Top Forge player, by the way, washed? Yeah, washed. I can't build a base like that. Anyways, it was 3 games. That's real, it's called One Piece? No, because you still have to watch the anime. Isn't One Piece just a list of shows you have to watch? One Piece... guide. It's just a list of episodes. I'm saying that the episodes themselves are slow. Like, even if you do it the fast mode, the fact that you're still watching a full One Piece episode. Like, I would need cuts in the episodes to cut out all the reactions, okay? Otherwise, it doesn't work. Alright, you're done? You're done with me. That's the last straw. Slandering One Piece. That's the death of my channel right here. No, it's abridged? Hold on. You're telling me that there's a One Piece abridged out there? One Piece. What do you mean? The definitive One Piece viewing experience. Start watching. Is it actually cut? They edited the episodes? They did? Oh! I didn't know about that. Maybe I'll watch it then. If they remove all the bad stuff. Okay. No, you're done playing Forts? Oh, I thought you were done with my ass opinions. Because apparently my opinions are wrong for having an opinion that goes against the grain. I'm sorry I'm not owned by the government. And I can think for myself. I bet you guys are owned by the Nepalese government. Oh, they're always flying One Piece flags over there. Oh, nobody's in the bathroom. I can clear my nose finally. Hey guys, Subway Surfers are gonna come back in a second. I just took a break for 5 seconds. I still exist, okay? Object permanence. I'm sorry. I'm still here. I didn't die. I'm back. I'm okay. Have you seen Invincible? I have played. I have played Invincible. Yes. I've watched the first season and like the first 3 episodes of the second season, but I can't watch anymore because I'm no longer at my dad's house. And when I'm not at my dad's house, I don't have access to Amazon Prime Video. That is because he's the one that has Prime Video. He doesn't want to give me the password to Prime Video because he like that's his Amazon account. So I can't watch it now. But when I'm back at the university, which kind of sucks. Did you watch Tengen Gurren? I watched Gurren Lagann, yes. I watched Gurren Lagann. I very much enjoyed the show. Gurren Lagann was a very nice show. It was pretty fast paced. You know, it had a story to tell, and it was a pretty interesting story to tell in a fast way that was coherent. Like it was good, and a lot of explosions. Can you guys game? I'm about to kick this guy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Poor guy. Cloud just swapped with his identical twin. Yeah, I needed the other guy. He needed a break. You know, my double. He was like, "Nah, bro, I'm done for now. My vocal cords are getting a little bit too tired. Can you swap out?" And I did. You can watch movies and TV shows for free. Just search F movies. It's got almost everything for free. Chat speedrunning a virus onto my computer. That is the loveliest thing ever. But look, I get there's like illegal sites out there, but I can watch it. But like, I don't know. It feels like a lot of work. Did you finish Breaking Bad? No. I'm never gonna finish Breaking Bad. It's way too like I got through like halfway through season 3 and then got bored. Which is another bad take, you know, got bored of Breaking Bad. But it was kind of the same thing, you know? Like, what happens is the guy, fuck, I forgot his name, Walter gets in trouble with some drug gang. Walter defeats the drug gang. Walter grows his empire. And then by growing his empire, he like meets another drug gang. He defeats that drug gang and then grows his empire even more. And then rinse repeat until he dies. Because I know he dies because I've seen the memes. But like, you know, after the 3rd season, I was like, wait, I'm pretty sure I've seen this in the last season. It was actually the same problem in Peaky Blinders. I watched Peaky Blinders and had that exact same issue. Because the entire time I was watching this, I was like, wait, I've seen this one before. Hold on, my neurons are doing some pattern recognition. They fight another gang, they take over more territory, and then they fight a new, bigger gang in Peaky Blinders. And I was like, I'm bored. I'm bored. This story, it clearly isn't changing. Why do you keep streaming on inconsistent hours? Last week it was 7 p.m. Now it's not even 7 a.m. This is an off-normal stream. What do you mean? Normally I stream around noon PST, which is around 7 p.m. European time. Today I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna stream a little bit later so that the Asians can join. F movies works. Just make sure you have a VPN, bro. So you're telling me I need to pay for a VPN so I don't have to pay for movies? What? What's the point of the VPN? Like, why don't I just pay for the? That sounds like paying for movies with extra steps. Man, like, come on. I can't believe this. Another successful bait. Congratulations, man. You are now the master baiter. You'll never get Big Cloud streamers actually responding messages peak, preying on your downfall. That hurts, man. That hurts. No, but like, I don't actually know what that's like, whenever I like look at like some larger streamer, that's true. Like, they can't actually like have a conversation with their chat. And even if they do, it's more like they're having a conversation with like 1 message out of 100. And then like, cause there's so many messages. There's way too much volume. I'm like, man, tough life though. But also, like, you know, if I say this ball forever, eventually I'm probably gonna get a job and quit because then I'll have a job. And, you know, then I'll probably like maybe have a family or something. Have a child, and the child is gonna be like, I need your attention all the time for some bullshit reason. I'll be like, okay. And then the channel will be dead. They're free VPNs. It's less about the VPN, more about the ad blocker. I mean, I have an ad blocker. You know, do you block Origin? Does you block Origin work? Just get Brave to block ads? Oh. Is Brave a browser? Like Google? I don't actually know. No, this isn't Cloud's roommate. This is why he doesn't show him. No, I've shown my roommate before, okay? My roommate has been caught on camera a couple times before. And immediately when he was caught on camera, some guy was like, Xi Jinping. He looks like Xi Jinping. Wow. It's like, yeah, that you kind of got it. You did it. You did guess the race correctly. Congratulations, man. You now get a cookie. Yay! Good for him. That man really would. Brave browser is a browser, yeah. Okay, well, I didn't know that it was browser was in the name, okay? Because I didn't know what brave was. Yeah, I can't. This stupid bait. More bait. It's always bait. Getting baited right now. Can you please be a solid wood strut so I can actually build off? You know, solid wood struts are stronger than background bracing. If background bracing are compressed to 8% of their length, they'll snap. And solid wood struts is 10% of their length. Fun facts with Cloud. You got something going like that. Something going like this. Something going like that. And like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is looking very, very pretty. This is looking like intelligent deck gun bases here. Go like that, and also get upgraded energy production. Why show us your arms? Why show us... I can't... Bro, what do you mean I'm showing you my arms? What do you mean? You just want my face? You don't... You want me to remove my neck so I'm just a floating ball? How exactly am I supposed to do that? Nerd? Oh, okay. Oh, hi, Cloud. Hello. Much love from Brazil? Welcome from Brazil. Isn't it like... like midnight in Brazil now? At least if you're like... I imagine... Or doesn't everybody in Brazil live on like the East Coast, right? So like if you say you're from Brazil, you can automatically assume they're on the East Coast because that's like where everybody always lives, is on the coast, and Brazil only has like one coastline. They don't stretch from sea to sea. That's only America. Only we successfully manifest our destiny. You know, Brazilians couldn't imagine manifesting the destiny like the U.S. Too weak. Just ask how Tar built those mini doors on them guns on them deck. I don't know. I'm not asking that, bro. Tar like has a lot more brain power than I do. And I'm not gonna bother trying to compare myself to somebody who is smarter than me, because if I do, I'll be depressed, and that's not being being depressed is bad. L emotion. Not a big fan of being depressed. Not gonna compare myself to Tar, because then if you compare yourself to Tar, you're just gonna become depressed. Trust me. Trust me. He's just better than you in like every single way possible. He's smarter than you, and you know that's about like my entire value is like me thinking that I'm more intelligent than other people. So meeting somebody that's more intelligent than me just breaks my worldview, and then I feel bad because I'm not better than people at like sports or talking to girls or getting girls or anything like that. So like being good at school is like the one thing I have. So when I meet somebody that's better than me at school, I'm just like, man, I got nothing now. Literally nothing. I'm just mid. I fucked with the Crastoria. It was nice to watch. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I spent a lot of time on Crastoria. And it feels a little bit silly because, you know, I was looking at it and, you know, I mean, you can look at the view number yourself. You know, I don't have to tell you how well that month of work went, but that's okay. I had fun making it, and that's all that matters. A nice boy, but my mom says, why can't I be like him? yeah, your mom showing up to you one day and be like, why couldn't you be like Einstein, huh? Discover the theory of relativity on your own. Why weren't you born with a higher IQ? And it's like, well, mom, I got your genetics. Owned, L mother. Bro can't handle the facts. It was her genetics that cooked me anyways. I wish I got all my dad's genetics, bro. My dad, 6'2". That's really the only difference between me and him. We look exactly like everything else, except the brown hair. My dad has black hair. But he looks like me, other than that. I'm kind of noob at this game. Everything I've learned was here, so I'm curious, would 1x2x2 thin pack be good for defending the front? 1x2x2? What do you mean 1x2x2? There's only 2 dimensions in this game, man. Why are you giving me a 3-dimensional box in a 2-dimensional game? You're scaring me. Uh-oh. He's stretching out the forts into multiple dimensions. This has been unheard of. He's unlocking it. What happens when you're out of school? Hopefully I get a job. It's so crazy big that this stage my geography teacher was talking about that different states have different cultures and even some crazy food differences. Yeah. I mean, have you seen Appalachia, bro? Like, bro, they are existing on a whole different, like, idea. Like, Appalachia is doing their own thing over there. I don't even know if they can be considered proudly American. Small or thin boxes, like a bunch of thin rectangles in the front. No, those are meta, I'm pretty sure. Here, are you talking about, like, boxes like this? Like, exactly like that? Those are meta. You should mix them in with 3-logs. I don't usually build them out of laziness. But no, they are better than just purely 3-log defenses. They're more economically efficient. I don't build them because I'm just lazy. Most games, I'm just like, this ain't serious enough for me to actually start building meta-efficient defenses. Because, you know, it's a public 4v4 lobby in a stream. I need to conserve my brain power somehow. Yeah, hello, Cloud. Your voice cured my insomnia. I'm saying it in a good way. Does that mean you're gonna go to sleep and stop watching the stream? That would suck. I would be very unhappy if you went to sleep now, because then there would be one less viewer in my stream. And then everybody's gonna come in here and be like, well, man, you just need to get louder. You need to start just saying crazy shit the entire time. Actually, I need to start doing that. I need to start absolutely, like, popping off. So then I can steal all of Osmond Goldstream, because he's banned right now on Twitch, right? And so as long as if I can emulate him close enough, I can steal all of his viewers, and then they'll come to me, and then I'll have a huge viewer base. And then I can ruin Osmond Gold like that. It'll be huge. It'll be huge. It'll be so easy. There's no way man built a deck on this front base. Come on, man. You're trolling. My brain likes to make weird strategies that hardly works, that helps a lot. Okay. You're welcome. Or providing my information on how to sweat at this game. Like that. No, wait, okay, now that guy's pretty much dead, what you're supposed to do in, like, a vanilla base, you're supposed to have defenses like this. You're supposed to go like this, and then what you're supposed to do is add, like, add a one long strut like that. This minimizes splash damage, because this will tank one cannon, and then minimizes splash damage, because these struts are cheaper than the long struts there. This is more economically efficient for tanking on, like, vanilla bases. But we're not doing that here, because that's efforts, and I don't want to. Wow. How have I killed myself every single game this stream? This is. I don't know how I'm doing it, bro. That's crazy. Nah, it's this guy's problem. No, I'm saying, like, to me, everyone knew about Banana Datera. To you, that's like Earth Banana? What? I don't understand that. I'm in European and, in fact, not asleep. Are you just waking up? Bro. No! No! My teammates are selling off now! Washed? Yeah. Truly the worst sports player of all time. 3 for 3? Man, at least I'm winning every single game, okay? I'm winning every single game, but somehow still dying as well. That's okay. At this point, it's a skill you are developing. Winning while losing. It's an art form, you know? Only true Forge Pro players can win and lose at the same time. It takes so many neurons you couldn't even comprehend. The numbers in the quadrillions. There are so many zeros your brain breaks. This map is terrible. Space Spearhead 3v3. Shuttle Defense 4v4. 6 a.m. at works. Thanks for the stream. My guy is going to save my day. Love your content. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the €5. Are the Europeans waking up now? I guess the ones in, like, Eastern Europe are. Maybe, like, the Finnish people. They're scary. Polyester 44? Yeah, I guess. Winning but dying sounds like Cloud is getting carried. And who got put in a timeout for 10 seconds? Not me. That's right. That's right. Somebody just got owned. I did, in fact, just wake up. Called it. Good luck and have a great night. / day. Good night. We never woke up. We never went to sleep. We Europeans, through our superiority, have transcended sleep itself. And now I've moved on to just being awake all the time. We process all the information all at once, always. I'm in Western Europe and it's 5 o'clock. Yeah, that sounds rough. That sounds pretty terrible. I don't know if you eat a lot of veggies. I did. I ate an apple today, actually. Does that count as a vegetable? I don't think so. I think that's a fruit. European Russia waking up for work. Yeah, well, rough for them. I couldn't imagine waking up at 6 a.m. I woke up at like 8 a.m. this morning, realized I woke up an hour early because I set my alarm too early, and then wasn't able to fall back asleep, and then I was pissed at myself, right? Because that's like the worst feeling. Like you set an alarm an hour early, and you wake up, and then you go through, and then you realize like 20 minutes later, after you're already fully awake, that you set it up an hour early, and then you're too awake to go back to sleep, so then you're suffer in bed, and you're like, ugh, I guess I'll watch a YouTube video while still being really tired. Bro, what the fuck, man? Tias, hello? Eh. Now I read it up. Apples are actually heavy metals. Oh, is this like another, like, America joke that's all unhealthy? Good luck, Cloud? Thank you. Why don't we have more people like this guy, huh? You guys are all just busy insulting me and calling me stupid. This guy tells me good luck. You know, I feel like, you know what, I was actually looking at Encourage's stream yesterday. That, you know, Encourage's stream, everybody else is just nice. They're just like, oh, how do you play the game? You know, that was a very cool strat. And you guys come in here and you're just like, Cloud, you're a German and you're stupid. And I'm just like, bro, what did I do to deserve this? You guys woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Cloud times you out and I got 50 XP in chat. Even when I lose, I'm winning. Wait, you gain XP when I time you out? There's no way. There's no way the YouTube ecosystem works like that. You're incentivized to bait me. If that's true, that actually could be bait as well. But if that's true, that would be kind of based. YouTube, another Chad YouTube decision coming through. Cloud is German. I am an Austro-Germanican. I just did the high skill thing of being born with 3 citizenships. I know. No need to say that I'm super cool and hardworking, but you know, I just have 3 citizenships, and it's clearly because, you know, I worked harder than you guys. Motherfucker, if this guy takes my wall here, I will swing a howitzer on him. Bro, this guy ate real. This guy ate real right now. What's going on here, huh? What do you think you're doing? Nah, this guy, he's on my shit list now. He better watch his back. Because you're German, what's your opinion on Jewish people? My stepmom is a Jew, so I like them. My stepmom did my taxes for me, as Jewish people do. So big fan of of them. One of them did help me with my taxes, and that was very kind of her. And then my little brother's also a Jew, and he's very chill. So like, you know, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. You should not German, you should Dutch. Well, how am I supposed to, I can't exactly change which citizenship I was born with. Okay? Germerican? No, I'm not Germerican, I'm also an Austrian. I have an Austrian passport as well. And I'll have you know, us Austrians, we don't like getting compared to them Germans. We're a very different species, okay? We're like Germans, but with actual class and a working train system. I won't take this. Fork found in kitchen? Are you saying my stepmom helping me with taxes because she works in a tax field as a Jew should be completely expected? Huh? Is this what you're saying here? Am I getting the racist feeling? I have a feeling we have got some suspicious people here in chat right now. I don't know if I'm a fan of this. You should 1v1 my brother in forts? Bro, what? It's not... You know, I tried to get him to learn this game, and he tried the game, and he was like, yeah, I don't like this game. So, I don't think I can ever get him to launch this game ever. He's too busy playing Roblox and Minecraft. Just found this stream. I'm in the UK. Nice. The bait is working. You see, it was the plan all along. I do a super bait thumbnail for all the Europeans, which are the majority of my viewers, and then they all start watching the stream. It's so easy. You see how easy it is to own Europeans? Europeans don't understand mind games. All they can understand is brute force. Us Americans out here, we understand how to do business, okay? We understand how to play the long game, how to make people feel flattered. The European mindset couldn't comprehend it. Only Americans could. It keeps getting better and better. It does, man. My family is so funny. My dad's an Austrian, my mom's a German, and they're both Catholic, and then my stepmom is a Jewish person, and that is also a Russian from the Soviet Union. Family dinners always go wild whenever I'm sitting around. Whenever I say something about my day, somebody's always just like, well, back in Europe, back in the Soviet Union, back in 1960, back, and it's just like, man, shut the fuck up, okay? Like, look at, I understand you struggled far and wide to get to the point where you are now, and you worked way harder than I will in my entire life to get to the U.S., an American dream, blah, 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 blah. But, like, I'm trying to enjoy my meatloaf, and could you not yap the entire time about how I have it so much easier than you? I'm getting kind of insulted. So many likes. There is a lot of likes. People are a big fan of giving me likes. I get handed a like every so often in real life. It's pretty cool. Sometimes people will give me a thumbs up, and I'm like, wow, it's just like a like. I think Cloud is deciding to min-max a human now. What do you mean I'm min-maxing humanity? You think I want? You think I want this? Nah. It's such a. I decided that I wanted my parents to be divorced. It was such a boon. It was like the day I realized my parents got divorced, I was like, yes, finally, what I've been waiting for. Okay, that's his fault. He should have been in this fight. I was like, there's a 50-50 chance that slaps to that guy's base. He built too low. Dude, my mom's side are Jews from Germany, and my dad's side are Catholics and Protestants from Germany. The triangle of persecution goes crazy. Your own blood cells will start fighting with each other. They're like, oh, a Protestant blood cell? Bro, this is a Catholic zone. What the fuck are you doing? And then they start throwing hands in your bloodstream, and then you just fucking die. Should have kept your blood cells in line, idiots. Never even considered this one hat, did you? Well, I killed the Return to Senders, okay? At least I'm that based. Nice base gonna collapse? No. It's not sad. Amazing teammate? Yeah. The teammate didn't move out of the way of my nuke. Fucking hell, every time, man, I swear. Bro was not predicting the trajectory of my nuke before I fire it? Unbelievable. Now, having Chinese parents tell you they cross the Alps to get to school when you complain about school, there's no way Chinese parents tell you to cross the Alps because the Alps are in Europe, man. What are you talking about? Oh, I woke up in my Chinese home in China, and then I flew all the way to the Alps, and then I had to walk across the Alps to get to school. Like, come on, man. At least make it believable. If you had said the Chongqing Mountains, I would be like, you know what, that's a place, that's like a city there. There may be a mountain range called the Chongqing Mountains. That sounds somewhat believable. But if you just say the Alps, I'm just like, X to doubt, false information, misinformation, spreading lies. Owned, get outskilled. I pointed, no, you can't have teammates. That's unfair. Bro, they're cheating. Ignore the fact that I won the last 3 games off better teammates. I got forced to yesterday, did a little bit of the campaign, then decided to try online. And so what I see you do 24/6, I say I have a huge impression of how good you are. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I try my best to be good at this game. And it's mostly subconscious at this point. I'm sure once you get 3,000 hours, you're going to be better than I am, okay? You just have to get 3,000 hours first. It's a relatively simple task. Just play this game for 5 years and do 8 hours a day. You'll get there in no time. It'll be easy. I wish I could say I have fun genetics. All I have is casinos and powwows. What do you mean casinos? Did you call casinos not fun genetics? What world do you live in? Casinos are so cool. Are you telling me you're descended from crime bosses or something? Being descended from a bunch of drug lords. That shit would be pretty based. That is pretty cool. If I was descended from a bunch of Italian cartel members, I would be flexing that shit, bro. I'd be like, yeah, that's right. If you don't listen to me, my papa is gonna come down and own you. He's gonna make you go missing. Okay? You better watch your words around me. Otherwise, who knows where you're gonna be found dug up in a ditch somewhere. He's gonna take you to a field and put an end to your life. And maybe you met something else by casinos. It's actually crazy that the Ashkenazi, the word is unrelated to the Nazis who persecuted them. Oh, I didn't understand the thought. Do you believe in any conspiracy theories? I don't know, because I feel like all the conspiracy theories I believe in are true, so they're not conspiracy theories. Or at least I don't know if I believe in any conspiracy. I maybe do, I just don't know the conspiracy theories because I believe that my worldview is the normal one, you know? At least that's what YouTube tells me. And then everybody on YouTube I go on agrees with me, so that means everybody in the world must have my same beliefs. Which means I believe in exactly 0 conspiracy theories. It's that easy. It's that easy. Get own conspiracy theories. Never had a brain like me to deal with before. We got chem plastic surgery and cheap dental? Who does? Eh? I don't understand this guy, what this guy is referencing. Hey, look at that. I got a better place to put fire beams. Thank you, teammate. And put a bunch of AA here. Because I'm desperately gonna need, like... Oh, no. Don't fall core. No. Come on, man. Why can't I have OP teammates every game? Why do I have to have one game where my teammates aren't automatically winning the entire game for me for free? This shit sucks. Man. I can't even have fun these days anymore. Days ruined. Teammates, not it. Oh, why does this guy fire 1 nuke? That's crazy. Ew. You are Turkish? I gotta go to 8 a.m. class tomorrow. It's past midnight. See ya. And don't cause your own death again, Cloud. I think not this time. I think this time my death's gonna be successfully caused by the enemy's many weapons. By the fact that there's 4 of them and there's 2 of us on our side. Turkey is famous for cheap cosmetic medical stuff. Oh, I didn't know about that. Maybe I need to talk to more Germans that are a little bit more egocentric, care more about their looks. Even though all the Germans I did talk to cared more about their looks, but they were mainly concerned with, like, clothing. I don't think any of them got, like, surgery. I mean, kind of weird to get surgery in high school, or gymnasium in their case. Where's that sniper? No. Come on, come here. No, I'm bad at the game. I missed twice. That's how you know you're bad. Need to fire these. No, I don't have a sniper. Never mind. I cannot fire them. Not happening. No! Man. And there goes my top team. Hey, at least I'm the last one to die, huh? And at least I am not my own reason for the death. If I was gonna die in 2-3 any seconds, nah, you messed up the timer. I just read it, and I'm not dead. So I'll actually sell these off. No, I lost my mines back here. That's a shame. Thanks to my genetics, I know how to make cocaine. Colombian? Colombian. Yes, called it. GG. Well played. Winnable? I should have tried a little bit harder. Absolutely right. Do you believe the Earth is flat? I think the Earth is round. I've been on a plane before. It makes sense if everything's circular. Most winnable game? It was very winnable. If only I had used 100% of my brain there. Turned on the secret shit. But I didn't. I'm too weak. Didn't have the mentality to do so. This is what, unlike real business leaders. Like, if that was Elon Musk, using his genius business strategy and intellect, Elon Musk would have been able to bring that one back. Did you know the primary export of Laos under the French Indochina was opium? I did not know about that. No, that's it. All I know about Laos is that they're like north of Cambodia, and Cambodia had Pol Pot. That's like Laos is literally like, at least like Cambodia is kind of relevant because whenever somebody makes a dictator joke, like Pol Pot is usually in there somewhere. Laos like has nothing. They don't even have like a dictator that killed a bunch of people. They're just kind of like there. I was like, oh, that country exists. I don't know anything about this country. Okay. Laos existing, poor guys. We do. I don't. Nah, Fortunes requires too much brain power to play right now. I'm doing sleepy stream. Actually, should go to sleep in like 40 minutes. That's a shame. What the fuck is this map? Where's Bridge Battle? Where's Canyon Bridge? No, not that one. This one. Round Earth conspiracy. I think I'm that's me. That's me. Laos is landlocked and doesn't have much. Yep. Poor guys. I mean, they have China, right? It's like right there. There's no race in my country. Everyone is a mix. That's a crazy statement. Hates One Piece and is a round Earth sheep. True. Did I do well, boss? Oh, are you in the game? You wouldn't against me. That's pretty impressive. That means you're now pro. Laos is one of the few communist countries that never had any instability after the communists took control. Chad, Laos. Another great W for us socialists. Everybody became a socialist after Oswald Gold was banned. You know, without his amazing rhetoric, keeping the conservative movement alive, it's all over. Everybody's becoming a communist, I swear. And it's such a shame. People used to be able to think for themselves, and now they can't, and it's weird. Man, you actually have 0 energy. Oh, it's because of energy shields, right? Full on history lesson today? Yeah, people like coming in their chat and then telling me all about their nationalities and their histories of their people. But history is kind of interesting, you know? Because it's just kind of an objective thing that you can talk about. You're like, oh, this cool thing happened once. And then there's no bias towards it, because it's just the cool thing happened. Congratulations, you have now discussed cool thing. Winning. What? We're not Buster? Bro, okay, at least they're not Buster. Okay, it was okay. I'll give you my EBT card any day. What is an EBT card? What? What isn't... Is that like a business card, but for dating? I don't know what an EBT card is. Is that something to do with OnlyFans again? Goddamn OnlyFans. People keep coming in here and making OnlyFans reference. First it was this Bonnie Blue character, and now it's an EBT card. You guys keep making up new shits. And evolve so fast, I can't keep up with it. Anyways, I love having exactly 0. Oh, the guy starts with a shotgun. That's right. That's why I just got owned so hard. Amazing. Hey, actually building weapons down here. Soon. Bro doesn't know what an EBT is. Clearly upper class. Bro, I think there's a difference between being upper class and being a shut-in, okay? I don't go outside, so I don't know what this stuff is. Does me not going outside make me upper class? If so, I'm happy to be the upper class. Can somebody get out my monocle and my golden glass? Because clearly I'm better than you all people. I don't go outside, so I'm smarter, more intelligent, faster, you know? And you outside people can't compare to my inside ass. My inside ass is too powerful. Loud racist confirms? Shit, they finally figured it out. Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed your racist radar didn't go off faster, you know? It took you, what, 2 years of my channel of existing before you figured out that I was actually a hateful man and full of prejudice? Like, that's a pretty long time. You can't let me get away with it for so long. I was almost thinking that you just didn't have a radar at all. Hey, nice miniguns. Oh, you're a real pro, huh? Nice. GGGG. Quick Cloud, appease the poltergeist so you can do evil in secret? Oh, poltergeist proletariat. Oh my god, that's so good. You know, I think I actually want to read that as poltergeist. Saying that as poltergeist makes that way funnier, man. Appease the ghost, and he'll keep your evil in the dark. No cloud will be used against you in court in 2 years. Your racism court. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, man, but being racist isn't actually illegal. Okay, man? It's only when you're racist in like a government capacity that's illegal. And when you say you hate a certain group of people, that's a freedom allowed by the great American system, okay? Here in America, we're allowed to be racist. It's in places like Europe where they restrict free speech and say you can't be racist. You know? Why do you think all these Europeans want to control the internet? And so you can't go on the internet and say 18 slurs in a row. And it's just a shame the loss of freedom is there. I can't believe it. Cloud canceled in 2 years. Yeah, but no. It'll only happen once I have, like... If I ever get to 200k subscribers, that's when it'll start backfiring. But at the point I have 200,000 subscribers, all I will have to do is go on the internet, hit some dance moves, and say, guys, I'm sorry, it was an honest mistake back then. I didn't really mean it. And then all the problems will go away. It's literally that easy. Like, if Logan Paul can get away with being forgiven, I can get away with being forgiven, for God's sake, right? Like, the man literally went to a forest of suicide and then recorded it. And then he still somehow exists today. So if that man can get away with something like this, and also Osmond Gold exists. Like, Osmond Gold existence is another piece of proof that I can just say whatever I want without any consequences. Well, maybe there will be slight consequences, but like the consequences are not gonna be. They're gonna be mitigatable. Stop defending racism. What? I'm not defending racism. I'm saying you have the free. What? Bro, that's twisting words into something that I didn't actually say. Let's go. We got a political debate person right here. You should run for senator. You would be a great senator, you know? You could be like, my opponent wants to kill children and make it so that everybody is depressed and pays high food prices. And then you'd be like, oh my god, that's so true. And then that's how you become a professional politician, baby. Be so good at it. Minus rhyme. Free at last, Gabriel now dawns thy reckoning, and gore shall listen over the temple of man, creature of steel. My gratitude upon thee for my freedom, but the crimes they kind of. Is this guy just putting the Bible here? An EV card is like the government giving you a 50% efficient turbine. Not good, but helpful. No. Is that like a food stamp? No, hold on. Now I'm too interested. I thought that was like a sex thing. And somebody tells me they're giving me their EBT card. That's scary. Prepaid debit card used to access government assistance. Oh! Yeah, no, my family was never on government assistance. I don't even know if they would qualify. Because, like, I can't imagine, like, the government would be too happy if a bunch of Europeans moved over and they were like, we need government assistance now. And it's like, well, that doesn't even make sense. You came to the US for government assistance? What, are you stupid? That's a whole European thing. Cloud doesn't know Lee Atwater. Is that like the author or something? For a book? I don't know. A hungry man thinks of bread. An EBT is a food stamp. Yes. I got it. It's too easy. It's too easy. That means that the internet is lying to me? Thought it was supposed to be like a credit card interact with the government assistance. Unbelievable. The internet strikes again. Can I get turbines down here? I can. Bro, can you spared be a Kirk? There was a guy crooked at my campus on Monday. Yeah, a couple days ago. He got the whole suit on and everything, and I was like, wow, he's actually doing pretty well out here. Now there was only like 10 people interested enough in giving him attention, so he wasn't doing as well as the man himself. I'll give him like 20 years of debating a bunch of college students. I'm sure he's gonna get there. He just needs a couple years of clipping arguments and stuff, and then he'll be good. Man, this guy literally can't play this game. He doesn't even have back turbines. Like, he's never gonna have any energy production ever at all. Poor guy. Why are these 3 longs? Good reason for this. I don't know. Bread tastes better than key? What is key? Like an actual physical door key? Like, look at bread tasting better than a physical door key, I think is pretty self-relevant, right? I don't need you to tell me that. I already know that bread tastes better than door keys. Now you're just insulting me, assuming that I don't know bread tastes better than door keys. Like, come on, man. Of course I already know that. I don't need you to tell me that. I'm smart enough to figure that one out myself. Unbelievable. Chatter putting me in the they think I'm stupid camp again. Rockets on top? The rockets are in fact on the bottom base, below the base as well. The rockets are winning. If they're talking about them being like a dom position, that's correct. But if you're talking about them being like locationally on top, that is one of the silliest takes I've ever heard. Cloud, how are you so sheltered? Bro, I didn't get to watch TV when I was a kid. I've never watched cable TV. And my dad would just give, like, you know, my parents would just be like, oh, you're not allowed to go on the internet. You're not allowed to do anything. Here's a book. Here you can read a book. A book doesn't tell you about the world, man. A book tells you about a fictional world that isn't real. I can talk about, like, the witches and the fae and all the other races in Sarah J. Maas's Throne of Glass, but I cannot tell you about other things happen in the U.S. I just wasn't exposed to it. He doesn't get them? Don't make jokes based on contemporary media. Okay, like, look, I want to understand contemporary media, okay? You guys are teaching me about all the crazy things going on in the world, and I appreciate that. And I wouldn't want that to go anywhere. Can you not just shoot all my turbines? That's rude. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. This is gonna be being a little bit unreasonable here, huh? Shooting me like that. Have you watched Two Girls, One Cup yet? I've heard about it, but I've heard about it, and because I've heard about it, I don't want to watch it, okay? Remember, what people tell me about Two Girls, One Cup, it is not exactly the greatest thing ever to watch, and it's pretty... from what I understand, it's pretty vulgar, okay? And I don't want to watch something that's vulgar because of my brain, then I'll be unhappy and disturbed for like 2 weeks. Because I don't like watch horror movies or anything either. I like watching happy things. And from what it sounds like, Two Girls, One Cup is not a happy story. It's a weird, it's a suspicious story. Like the one found on the island. Because life is better off if you don't know, man. Stay under the rock. That's what I'm saying, man. If I start caring about celebrities, they die. They're like, celebrities are like dogs, you know? They come and then they go. And if you're emotionally attached to a celebrity and then they die, you're going to be emotionally affected too, and that's not good. You're going to be sad all day because some other random person that doesn't actually affect your life die? Like, come on, man. Let's be a little bit reasonable around here. Yes, teammate, yes. Be pro. There we go. You should translate La Rada Con Thinner and read it. I bet that's going to be some, like, horror novel. No way somebody submitted here with, like, a normal-ass novel book recommendation. They're going to always... You guys are only going to suggest the degenerate stuff. And I respect that. At least you're, like, predictable. But that means that I can't read anything you guys put in chat. Like, that, now that's on my blacklist. Whenever I see that, I'm going to be like, ooh, you, it's that thing that one guy chatter said that one time, so now I can't read it. Ruined a whole generation, man. Why is this guy shooting at me, bro? Literally calm down. It's not that big. Aww. It's not that big a deal. All I have is a couple of rockets. I'm not really a threat. I have like 4 mines. You should translate La Rada Cutter. Oh, I've already read that. Have you watched Fight Club? I have not watched Fight Club. But is that like live action, just karate? Sounds pretty fun. Well, I have an energy shield there. You can't shoot that. Bro, stop. He's literally just being mean to me now. Like, this is like literally this guy has 3 howitzers and he's not shooting the guy with 3 howitzers. You know, the rockets are a more important target than the thing actually killing him. And now look at that. He's lost everything because he was shooting me instead of shooting the 3 howitzers. Intelligent enemy. Same with Mac Miller. No, guys, I definitely know who Mac Miller is. Mac Miller was a Pittsburgh-born rapper, producer, and songwriter. You know, this Mac Miller guy is a hip-hop guy, you know? He has this mixtape Kids. And I understand who this guy is. Can I please be able to shoot this? This guy has so many gunners that are just free pickings for, like, a shotgun that I can't shoot right now because there's something in the way. There we go. I can shoot the rockets really. Can you read that comment again? I didn't hear. Which comment? Somebody stop him. He's using the internet. What? That using the internet to figure out about stuff I don't know because I live under a rock? That would be crazy. Clearly, this is the ravings of an insane person. Okay. I wouldn't understand what you're talking about. The internet? I've never even heard of that thing before. Crazy you even mention it. Can you explain what that thing is to me now? I need a refresher. My brain for Gorg. This is an overshot possibly here. Is this Twitch or YouTube Live more popular? Well, the fact that I'm not even looking at Twitch chat means that it's not. Usually Twitch is pretty dead. There's actually somebody talking shit. Twitch. Cheap viewers, streamoo.com, remove the space. Guys, I can get viewers. I can viewbot on Twitch. Should I do that? Opinions on viewbotting, L or W? Depending on the vote for my viewbotters, for my viewbots, we're gonna decide. I'm only one on Twitch. The only viewer here. Yeah, the Twitch chat is always dead. The internet's first transaction was a drug deal? Bro, that is so cool, man. I didn't even know about that. My internet's favorability rating just went up. I didn't know the internet was gangster. I thought they were just all lame people that wanted to do like science and scientific papers and transmit it like that. If I had known the cool kids were here, I would have came long ago. To the internet, that is. I brought viewbotting up last stream and you said no? Yeah, I said no. I don't want a viewbot. Ruining my image. Then there's gonna be a moist critical video made about me, and I don't want that. That is like the worst thing that can happen in my life. In anybody's life, really. Is moist critical turning on the camera and saying the situation's crazy. Or even Ken. Ken did that recently. That's also scary. Now, since you're a German, what's your opinion on the Wiesel, Jeopard, and PVZ 2000? PZH. I just read Plants vs. Zombies. I should play Plants vs. Zombies again, actually. I don't know any of those weapons, so I can't give you my opinion. They sound like cool German military equipment. Oh, that's my opinion. And I haven't played Plants vs. Zombies recently. At least I should replay the first game. I usually play like the entirety of the first game while like on a flight. It's such a good game to play on a flight. You're sitting there vibing, watching all the zombies try to run down your plants, and you're like, oh, I'm having fun. This is what I wanted to see for 12 hours. Glad that Twitch is dead. I always hated the 10 ads, non-stop slop content. Yeah. No. The ads on Twitch are terrible. Like, I don't even have ads turned on here. The fact that I can't turn off ads on my Twitch is just like, it's depressing, man. It's not great. And they need to start fixing that shit, making it so that it's unbearable to watch for people on just random. But is it like, yeah, no, it's under Amazon, right? Yeah, means things aren't gonna ever get better, because if it's under Amazon, they always need to make 10% more money the next year for their investors. So that means, you know, kind of rough. The real question is, should I ever door these howitzers? I don't think I should. Dooring is for people who don't have enough aura. The aura will protect the howitzers itself, especially now that I've said it on stream, and I can guarantee you the opponent is listening and is now going to immediately shoot at my howitzers because they know it's undoored. That's always the greatest part about being a streamer, is I make claims like those, and the fact that I make a claim disproves the claim itself because the enemy is listening into the stream. If you like Plants vs. Zombies, you should play PVZ Fusion. Isn't that the Chinese? When I think of that, I think of like Chinese like PVZ like shorts or something, where they show you combining all of the plants into one super absolutely weird ass looking JPEG, and then everybody's just like, yeah, that's real. Loss. Are those? No, I'm gonna shoot at the silos here. That's crazy. Hey silos, how's your day going? Did you know they removed one-long portals, or one-way portals? You can now no longer have a portal that just shoots directly forward. That doesn't do anything. Which is kind of sad, because, like, you know, through portals were kind of just bait. You're like, that's a return to sender right there, when it was actually just nothing. It was just a secret. It was just a more expensive piece of wood. It is Chinese, but there is the English version for it. Oh, it is Chinese? Man. Like, it's always so funny when you go on the internet and it's like secret Chinese build, and it's the most. It's always so. It's such a good joke, man. Just calling something secret Chinese just means makes it so much cooler and funner. Gives it more aura to work with. Why are the Chinese always good at games? They understand the law of big mass. Okay, they just put the big mass on everything, and then suddenly the game's like 10 times better. I don't know how they do it, but they understand. For some reason, everything in their games are bigger. Especially around, like, this area, no? Like, this area tends to be a lot larger, and then it's like, man, it's just so much better to look at. I mean, I don't really play any. I play Force all day, okay? I don't touch against Impact. But I can understand that, like, you know, if I'm going to choose Kingdom Come Deliverance or Stellar Blade, like, come on, man. There's not a question there. Like, they're both the same game, except one has a, you know, more gooning. Easiest choice of my life. Take the goon any day. How would the gringo Twitch but Brazilian streamers are so ass pro like goonbait content react? Uh-oh. Wait, I swear I'm not also goonbait. Scratch what I just said. Do they just stream Genshin Impact? Be so based. They're like, okay guys, you know, you can find actual gooning on the internet. but watch my Goonie because it's actually better. Full of chuds on the chat. Yeah, Europeans are sleeping, but you will never escape the Aussies. Master Leon Kennedy University. No, I'm streaming for the Aussies right now, bro. Bro, it's Aussie time zone right now. It's like 9 p.m. for you guys. That's like perfect. I lost a game, right? That was 3 games? Pretty sure I lost a game. Gamers, I may have to go to sleep. Maybe I can hit up a ranked game real quick. That one guy that was begging for ranked like 2 hours ago. The doctor says I should sleep at 10, and it is 9:40 right now. So I think I have time for one ranked game, and I'll close it out. Earthworks takes notes. Earthwork? I respect Earthwork. I think Earthwork's pretty cool. What do I want to play? I can play just Spook. Spook's always a nice commander to take. The Moonshines are so good with the whole EMP, and then there's also Phantom. I'll just choose Phantom. Aussies are awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of Aussies. Sleep well? Thank you. Thank you. We're doing one game. One ranked game first. Are you in California? I am in California. We're West Coast gaming. I'm actually not selling that off in case the guy decides to go like a Fire Mortar Rush. In case I decided to go a Fire Mortar Rush. Just AFK. No. He's playing the game. Good for him. Oh, have you played the game Forts? I'm, in fact, playing that game right now. Do you have eyes, man? Huh? It's just more bait. It's always bait. Another master baiter appeared in chat, except it's like not even intelligent bait. Like that's like L tier bait. Not even like B tier. Pathetic. Not having a face cam on stream, this makes this a goon bait stream. Oh. Nah, what do you mean, bro? Women don't watch... Oh, I get it. Oh. I suddenly understand who the gooners are. It's been evading me this whole time. See, this guy sold off his gunner. That's huge. That's so huge. Bro, this is like the one map where you aren't supposed to sell off your gunner. What are you doing, man? This guy's trolling. You start off with a red tech gun. Like, building a gunner is so OP. Alright, it's about to reload. The gunner came up. Just gamble. No, the gunner did not come up. Oh, yes. Oh, free turbine. Oh, this guy is so cooked, man. If he lost one turbine, that's resignable, man. Like, that is so bad. You know, I already lost a game on my alt account because I was playing this game. I was playing Forts Ranked at, like, 3 a.m. And then I just sold off this node back here, and then I died. And I was also playing somebody who didn't know how to play the game. So my alt account now, it isn't at 100% win rate. I'm kind of miffed. Ever been to the U.S.? Not the real U.S. I've never really been in the Midwest, actually. Nor San Francisco. Gooners, you mean Arsenal fans? I don't know what Arsenal is. I'm sorry. Is that... Though that's a Roblox game, right? Isn't Arsenal like a Roblox game? I'm like 60% sure Arsenal is a Roblox game. Oh, I could be wrong. I don't know for sure. But I'm pretty sure I played that before with my little brother. My little brother's a Roblox player. But from what I remember, it didn't have any big titties because all the Roblox players are like flat as hell. You know, I feel like there needs to be an update in Roblox that just that allows you to add like a rack. Like, I feel like there's an untapped market here, right? Because, like, you know, Roblox is a public corporation. They need to grow their stock performance somehow. And I feel like adding a rack to all of, like, the Roblox characters could be, like, an easy way to grow the player base, you know? You just get all the 12-year-old, like, neurons running. And, you know, it'd be super unethical and super bad. And then, like, all the content creators on YouTube could then make videos about why it's super unethical and super bad. And then literally everybody wins. Arsenal is a confirmed Roblox game. It's insufferable. Arsenal is an English football team. Oh. Losing the one turbine is def equal to the 2008 crash. It is actually pretty equal to the 2008 crash. You know why? Because he had 2 turbines at the time, so that's like a third of his energy production. And the 2008 crash was like half the stock market. Everything you said is happening in under a lawsuit today, like right now. Wait. Did Roblox actually try to make it so you could add a rack onto the fucking characters? Is that real? There's no way. There's no way. Any YouTube tips I'm starting with my friends? YouTube tips? Like, for a YouTube channel? Go in a market where there isn't a lot of competition, or where you have a comparative advantage. If you go to a place where you are better at something, and or have a monopoly over, I'm pretty sure it's a lot easier. Because when I started off this game, my YouTube channel was ass, but I had a monopoly over the whole space because there was no other Forts content creators because And Cursus does this thing of not making any YouTube videos about this game. So then I could just kind of shove my way in. I'd be like, I'm here now. I make Cursus videos, but not because he doesn't make his videos anymore, and then it was free. I think I got pretty lucky with the timing of my channel, I'm going to be honest. Wild but fair take. Cloud Roblox already has racks, and they're just bypassed and used in questionable games. Hey, man, okay? Roblox, like, sometimes you have to think about the adults in society, okay? So, not like when not all the games pander to us. That's like unbelievable. Like it's not fair. Like, what do you mean all the children get all the attention all of the time? Nobody's ever concerned about the well-being of us 30-year-old men. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just get passed over every single time, and I'm swearing this shit's ass. It needs to get fixed. Most should add that as a feature, but a lat list or moderation means people can make items that make Roblox cleaner have insane proportions. Oh. So they just allow a loophole to exist that allows... It's like CSGO gambling, where Valve doesn't technically do the CSGO gambling, but at the same time they kind of allow it to exist because they don't do anything about the CSGO gambling. Similar to that, I'm guessing then. Kind of makes sense. I don't understand the limbo that exists in then. Good to know, good to know. I'm gonna have to check in my Roblox account after this. There's important matters to be attended to. I'm not sleeping, by the way. Well, you just woke up, I imagine. And good for you, because I'm ending the stream after this ranked game. After I it's good. I mean, this game is clearly going to be a very close fight, and you know, and it clearly is going to be a one for the history books here. With my aim actually being dog shit. What is going on here? Hello? There we go. Finally. Anyway, one of the heavy boards actually hit huge. He's winning. Come on, man. Come on, man. Now does he resign? I would resign after losing all my borders, to be honest. That shit's pretty cooked. Wait until you have 1 million subs. Yeah, when I have 1 million subs, bro, this shit is totally getting pulled up. You know? There's gonna be like a YouTube video out there like Cloud's unhinged takes, Cloud revealed, you know? Cloud revealed he's actually a terrible person, and it's all of my early streams. Want popularity? Buy viewers on ebalo1.online. Oh, wow, there's so many people in my chatters being a first-time chatter and talking about how to make myself popular. This is cool. Anyways, gamers, I gotta head to bed. And Cursus walk so Cloud can run. Exactly. I mean, I did find this game through Cursus, like 6 years ago. Live under a rock. He never play almost any games. I think it would be fun recording and play and assisting him. What do you think? I don't know, man. Would other people like to watch it? If you think so, then maybe. Cloud overtaking Curses due to content people actually want. Cloud gets cursed? Interesting. I'm saving this video to make that revealed video. Yeah, just like 2,000 years, two years down the line. Not even 2 years, like 10 years. In 10 years, you're gonna own me. You're really gonna have me by the balls. Anyway.